Okay, check. 1, 2, check. Mamma mia, let me go. Magnifico. Hello, check. Are we live? I think we might be live. Hello? I said that I would stream once a week, and I am here to stream my once a week. So it's not probably going to be a very long stream, but I wanted to finish covering some of the stuff we were doing last week because I didn't finish the J-Stock stream, and apparently, I guess there's more where he just, like, you know, spews his incredibly stupid shit all over the internet, you know, well, not even all over the internet. He's, like, what, goes live to, like, a few hundred people? So, actually relatively small, but wow, I was just thinking of you. Long life. Long life? Hello. I don't think I remember who you are, but okay. Let's see. Oh, fuck. Did I ever set up my Kick streaming? Fuck. Let me check my Kick. Kick. Let's see. Mamma mia. Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ. What was that noise? Okay. Hello? Anyways, okay. You are not live, we are not here. Hello, Gilded, how's it going? Okay, I guess I don't have Kick set up, but that's okay. I have Twitter set up. So. How's it going, everybody? So, apparently, yeah, we've still got a little bit more stupidity to go over, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Did it even announce me being live? Let's see. About to do the bedtime? Hell yeah, dude. I'm probably not going to be up for too much longer, to be honest with you, so. We've got ideas for stream. We are live! Exclamation. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to my very late night stream that nobody watches. Reports are coming in. A second debate has hit the call. Okay. Why is my Firefox so big? I heard that the Wiki panel today was crazy. Is that true? I think what you did going on Wiki/Pisco was brave and cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, I also use Firefox. Copycat. I'm not copycatting. Okay. We already watched some of this, so we're gonna pick up where I didn't quite follow. Let's see.
I told this Gilded Poo retard Then he just hop in the VC if he actually wants
Oh
to
my
talk.
god. As soon as I click on it, Gilded, you're brought up.
He made some point about me and Queeman like doing only bad tactics. I'm like, dude, fuck are you talking about? This Gilded poo, because that might be interesting. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna like.
Okay, so this is from last week when I hopped onto Pisco's. Hi, Kay, how's it going? So this is from last week. Last week I went live Tuesday, and I decided to, I guess, go on Wick and Pisco and talk about the gore that I was sent on Christmas Eve. We love it. We love it. Personally, my opinion on that shit is if you are sending gore to somebody, you know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to trigger a nervous reaction in them. You're literally trying to trigger like some sort of like, the people react, right? It's different. It's different from being insulted online, right? One thing, I can handle being insulted. I get it all day, every day. Every other day, I'm getting fucking brigaded by Nazis, okay? Like, just check out my Twitter. Maybe this week it's been slow. But last week was pretty busy, I feel. Last week it was pretty busy. I was getting brigaded by Nazis left and right, okay? So, I'm no stranger to that shit. But doing gore is, like, next level, okay? Hi, Keldosh. Thank you for becoming a member. So that's what I was... Then after I went on Wick and Pisco, having their conversation, and I presented my PowerPoint. Of course, fat fucking J-Stock over here with his fat fucking chin has to weigh in on it. Nobody asked you, but okay. He has to weigh in on it and give all of the stupidest takes possible. I covered some of it, but it was just too long to cover, and I went offline. And then as soon as I went offline, then he went online. Or not went online. Sorry, I misspoke. As soon as I went offline, then he started, like, covering my shit again, you know? J-Stock literally went to Beckett to try and get me in call with him, by the way. I was sick as fuck. When was that? When did he went to Beckett to try and get you in call with him? When? I know that he was trying to hint that, like, oh, that he had some information on me and Beckett or whatever. During this stream, like, earlier in this, and I'm like, whatever. That night, really? Yeah. Good shit. We love it. We love to see it. So, I mean, these people are just like the nastiest of the nasty.
Hate him for doing that, but this might be a good opportunity to maybe reevaluate and consider if it's really worth it making the video, if it really matters.
What was this about? What did Gilded do? Gilded was just, I think, in my chat talking shit on J-Stock. I'm sorry, but you, like, I feel like I am very, like, within my rights here. I have the right to call people out for, like, fucking sending me gore, okay? And, you know, to the guy's credit, we had a conversation on Twitter later. And I told him, you know, I probably won't bring this up again unless other people are covering it or reacting to it or whatever. But you know, I obviously have to I have to finish reacting to this shit because this stupid motherfucker, you know, wants to come for me. So, yeah. Let's just... Right, here we go. Incredible, incredible stuff. Gilded, thank you. Incredible. Yeah, so I guess J-Stock did reach out to Beckett to try and get Gilded to come and talk to J-Stock. So, wow, incredible.
Yeah, maybe. Did Stardust keep covering my stuff? Did she go back and actually listen and try to respond?
Of course I fucking covered your shit, bro. What did you think?
Hold on. Is there like way more great content today?
Oh, great content. Really?
I'm trying to see.
I've
Did she go back and
never-
respond? Because that might be interesting.
Did you challenge Gilded Poo to a debate?
They were
Yeah,
actually
I told
talking about you.
This Gilded Poo retard that he just hop in the VC if he actually wants to talk. He made some point about me and Queeman like doing only bad tactics. I'm like, dude, fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, only bad
Hold on.
tactics.
Have you seen his video on Queeman?
Yeah, I think I watched it. It was totally fucking retarded.
It was really bad.
What is
It was
Stardust's name?
Do Stardust IRL.
What? She's still live? No. Apparently she kept Maybe- watching my stuff.
Talk to friends about this. If he thinks this is all about him and Queeman. His brain is so rotted.
She went back and watched the start of it. Oh shit!
Of course I did.
Fucking go.
Hi,
Let's
Lord
fucking
Azron. How's it
go.
going?
Hold on. So she was watching it before, and she just watched the end. But now she's apparently going to take on my challenge of trying to show that she has any level of intellectual curiosity, intellectual engagement, intellectual anything, some level of IQ, and she might actually react to the whole thing. Oh,
Wait, I'm
Hey.
sorry. How is reacting to content a display of any level of IQ? It's literally the lowest IQ shit possible. I didn't start reacting to like doing reaction shit as as content until several years into me making content. Like literally my goal had always been when I first started streaming was to make the content that people react to. So, I don't know. Personally, I don't think it takes that amount. It doesn't take really any IQ to fucking react to shit what you do every day. Put together a video essay, J-Stock. Let's see what you do. Like, really? Oh, can she display any level of intellectual capability by reacting to shit? Reacting to my dumbass takes? Yeah, motherfucker, you're a retard. Stardust, I want to point out all these people said it was bad, but when I asked them to cite where I was wrong, they cannot cite anything specific at all. Don't worry, they said my Frogan video was bad too, and I know my shit was fire, so... Also, Queeman literally Queeman factually defended a child groomer. Don't care. Wait, who?
Ew.
Wishes. He
Wait, hold on.
several
Hold on,
other
hold on.
until
Hold on.
today, maybe. See you
Pause.
later.
I don't have a problem with this. You let him make the call privately. You don't hold his policies against him when he stands out of position. But what this is going to be like emotional
I don't think I even held it against Pisco. I quite literally said that.
Yeah, you fucking retard. You didn't hold it against Pisco, but the whole point of doing it publicly is because you want the audience to get angry at Pisco. You know
No.
exactly what narratives you're leaning into.
Are you
Why
kidding me? I like literally the shit that I pay attention to online is whatever Lonerbox is covering, right? I'm sorry, I prefaced that entire thing saying that Pisco is a really good guy, he's got really good character, that I really like Pisco, and I stand by that. I think Pisco is one of these people I've seen in the space that generally displays a really good amount of character. So, this was not an indictment on fucking Pisco, this was an indictment on the guy who fucking sent me the gore. Yeah, if you send me shit and it crosses the line for me, I have every fucking right to call you out. And it was good to see Pisco say that this shit was fucked up too. And I knew, because that guy, I knew if he's an avid Pisco watcher, it'll mean something. It'll mean something when your boy, Pisco, also doesn't approve of this shit. Because Pisco knows it's wrong. He knows what's wrong.
Pretending you're stupid. She fucking serious?
I love this also, this narrative that I'm simultaneously this devious bitch, right? Devious, horrible, poisonous bitch, right? And just conniving, right? Conniving bitch that knows exactly what she's doing. And then on the other hand, oh, she's so dumb. She's a dumb bitch. She's so airheaded. Like, she has no intellectual capability. Fuck you. Like, like, I'm sorry. Your stream continues to, like, your numbers continue to dwindle despite you streaming every day, every night. Okay? Every night you stream and your numbers dwindle. I am so sorry. He defended North, who, when he was 17, tried to make romantic plans to meet up with a 12-year-old. Gross, dude. Okay, I need to see, like, the actual shit for that, because I don't even want to, you know what? I don't even want to make the claim, because I know, oh, Stardust, why is she repeating inaccuracies about me? Meanwhile, like, let's call Stardust a pill popper. Let's say horrible things about her while she's dealing with a family emergency. You know. Multiple times, by the way, but okay. That, like, you know, horribly, not even just like horrible good moral compass, not just horrible things, like horribly inaccurate things, horrible things that are also inaccurate. Like, yeah, but oh, God forbid I swipe back at somebody. God forbid. Multiple times. I, like, over the years, I've had, like, you know, I don't know. It's just wild to me. And, you know, I wouldn't hold it against him if he didn't do anything, right? I would hope he would, because I do hold him.
Okay, I need like 5 subs right now. I'm
to
gonna
a higher
keep doing
standard
this
because I respect him. But what can I say? What can I say?
Right? Trying to say something really disgusting happened to me, and I think you need to ban somebody for it. And if you don't ban him, if Pisco doesn't capitulate, he looks monstrous, and if he capitulates, he looks like a hypocritical pussy.
I can see how he sees it that way. I can see how J-Stocks sees it that way, but no.
Why didn't he comment? He could have been here commenting, and he just left. What the fuck? Okay, oh, another fantastic point from Kilo here. If you are going to bring this up, I want to see evidence.
I love that, like, they're like, we're not racist, but we've got like Stardust in the chat here, right? Like, we're not racist, but let's just call her Stardust, right? Stardust. Okay. Like, as if, like, you cannot tell me that this isn't somewhat fueled by racism, when you are using racial, like, insults where there doesn't need to be any. Why are you calling, like, DGG people DGGeets? Even if you disagree with, like, Destiny, even if you have a lot of criticisms of Destiny, which there are a lot of criticisms to be had about Destiny, there is no fucking reason for you to be calling them DGGeets unless you were explicitly racist against Indian people. You cannot convince me in one hand to say, Stardust, you've done so many terrible things. You are such a terrible person. Oh, I find your actions morally reprehensible, and I think you're subhuman, and that's why I sent you, like, why I justify racism against you, because I view you as subhuman. You can't say that and then simultaneously be using, calling DGGeets, also throwing out the word Jeet and Pajita and Stardust and making fun of Indian people all the time when I'm not involved, okay? You cannot be doing that and not claim that you're not racist. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow through. You are. You're racist. Just admit it. I know that you are. You know that you are.
First.
And you know, I would have more respect for you. I would have more respect for you if you just came out and fucking admitted it. Because at least when I dealt with the neo-Nazis, even when I dealt with the Groypers, I dealt with the Wignats, I dealt with all of these far-right extremists, at least they came out and they said it with their full chest. Okay? If I was getting called a fucking, you know, sand N-word, or dune, you know, C-word, or, you know, hurry N-word, whatever, at least I knew. They were saying it with their full chest. This shit is like, you are gaslighting everybody. You cannot in one part say, oh, Stardust is so terrible, so she deserves this. Stardust is so terrible, so she deserves this. And then and then turn around and say, oh yeah, DG Jeets. Oh, talking about Jeets, calling me Stardust, calling me, you know, I don't know, saying that, like, I'm sorry. It just, you are racist, and just say it with your fucking chest. I know you are. Everybody knows you are. Let's see what, like, chat, let's pay attention to what's happening in this chat below, okay? And I think we'll see. I think we'll see what happens. Hi, Stardust, you are the top embed in DGG right now. LOL. Hello. Sorry that you guys are getting called my racial slurs. You know what? We're taking it back. We're taking it back. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to take it back. But you know. Anyways. Anyways, resuming.
Did you report this to my mom?
Keep track here. Keep track here. Okay, just watch. Okay, we've already got a couple of Stardusts in here. We'll see. We'll see. Stardirt is Filt Sar. I hate this fucking bitch. I know you hate me. I know you hate me. Hate me more. Hate me more. Okay? And you're justifying the use of these slurs because you just don't like people. But you know, it doesn't follow through. Your logic doesn't make sense. It does not follow through.
Or did you literally compile this, keep it in your back pocket to use against me on a WIC panel months later, weeks later?
No, yeah, not months later. Okay, let's just, this happened Christmas Eve. Yes. So he's saying that I compiled that shit about being sent gore to use it against Pisco months later. Again, let's revisit the facts. I started that PowerPoint saying that Pisco has great character. I really like Pisco, whatever, right? Secondly, that was not months later. That was Christmas Eve, okay? Probably it's already deranged for you to send me gore, period. To send a woman gore, period. To claim that you're a fucking feminist and send women violent images to scare them. Because what's the point of sending somebody gore? It's to trigger a reaction in them with their nervous system, to scare them, to intimidate them, or to just shock them and disgust them, right? And men sending women violent images, okay, a lot of people watching this right now are going to be like, oh, you're getting a little too feminist for me. But let's be real about it. Men use violence to intimidate women all the time.
Okay, weeks later.
So it wasn't weeks later. Oh, I forgot to finish my point. Right. The point is, it's already fucking deranged. And then for you to be doing it on Christmas Eve, of all days to do it on Christmas Eve, you are a fucking lunatic. I get to call you out. I do.
Okay. So she's just being like brutally raped watching this, like that she can't actually contend with any
not
points?
Expect this to come
Okay,
from
awesome.
and also by the
Awesome.
way, I actually didn't even know that Pisco was like having a weird call-in thingy, like a Pisco versus the world thingy, until like today. maybe last night. I don't know. I didn't see the group chat today. I have to catch up on that. I do not expect them to engage in this type of very.
Okay, so that contends with the statement. How does that contend with the statement? No, that doesn't matter. It's literally that you didn't take it to his mods. You weren't upset about it. You didn't want any like enforcement action at all. You didn't try to do anything.
Why would I go to his mods when my most effective way of making sure this person knows and is put in their place is to blast them on a public channel? Why would I go to their mods? I'm sorry, I'm not playing nice anymore. Of course I'm gonna fucking blast you publicly if you send me gore.
Thing, right? You just let it go. This guy apologized, you let it go, and then you bring it up later. I don't even know why. It's fucking sad.
Specific aggression. So let me break something down for the audience so they understand where I'm coming from, and just in case Pisco and Wick might not understand, okay? All right. So the cow, an Indian.
Dude,
what is happening
there's no
here?
fucking way.
What is happening here?
There's no fucking way.
Oh, okay. All right. This is me.
Okay,
Right. This is
sorry,
why. Okay. I'm sorry. There's a delay here because J-Stock has this like gap of silence, this gap of dead air. I'm here waiting for him to fucking say something. Okay.
Trying to get how you might have to do this
Yeah, okay, because I've had people already say, like, oh, how's the cow significant in this, so...
I mean...
Are you considering writing a Substack outlining Substance and all his behavior towards you? No. The behavior I find unacceptable is the gore.
Dude, it's crazy that all the people in her chat are just random haters. There's like Gilded Poo and a bunch of haters in her chat.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Why doesn't Stardust just talk to J-Stock? Why doesn't Stardust just talk to J-Stock? One, I offered J-Stock an interview probably months and months ago when him and Cherry had just broken up. Okay? This motherfucker is such a fucking pussy. He has to sit in his fucking Discord where his buddies can just jump in and out of their fucking voice chat whenever they want to. He will never call me one-on-one to talk to me. Because he knows he'll get fucking dunked on. I'm not fucking going on his fucking little circle jerk Discord server and joining his little circle jerk, everybody jerks off onto the same cracker and whoever jerks off the least fast has to eat the cracker voice chat, okay? I'm not doing it. I don't want to do that. Fuck that. And then what? As soon as I enter his Discord server, what's going to happen? I'm pretty sure they kicked me out of his Discord server anyways. Asked publicly. He can do with that what he wants. He can choose to...
Oh, no, Dung Devil. She wasn't called the lol cow. What happened with Stardust was she made some stupid reply to Cherry, just going in on her for no reason. And people didn't like that because I think Destiny retweeted.
Hello, I thought you're reacting to me reacting to you. Why do you need to re-explain this in the stupidest way possible, in the most disingenuous, dishonest way possible?
Right?
I made a 3-word joke.
What happened was some people...
Let's remind everybody. Let's find this tweet, okay? You know what? I'll just let him drone on for a little bit more while I find this tweet.
People who I think have followed the Destiny stuff were pretty pissed that Destiny retweeted it to make fun of Cherry. And so they went back at Stardust. Stardust, gave them nonsense. And somebody posted a butchered cow in her replies. So Stardust been complaining about anti-Indian sentiment. Somebody posted a picture of a butcher, a cut up cow, like a cow's head or something.
It's directly to me.
Substance did it.
This
Substance
behavior,
did it.
make a better apology. So let me remind you guys what exactly triggered this, right? Now remember, Cherry and I have a huge history. I was friends with her before she entered the Destiny orbit and before I was in the Destiny orbit. We were both little tiny just chatting / politics creators. She was one of the first friends I made in the space. I have never, I kind of stuck with her through the years, even, when she was wrong. When she was acting unhinged with other people in our space, she was, attacking them, being horrible, very, poisonous towards them. I still backed her up. I was like, yeah, I can see why you did that, and I can see why she's feeling this way and all that. I would defend her, blah, blah, blah. And then it was even to the point where I'm sorry, but I'm such a simp for women. I am such a simp for women that I remember for a long time when I used to go live, every time I would end my streams, I would always raid into her. I would always plug her shit. I would always raid into her. So it's not it's not like you didn't benefit from this friendship. You certainly did. Certainly did. But, I don't know. We obviously had, the Mr. Girl shit that happened, which was a shit show. And I don't even know if it's worth it to go back into that. It was just stupid. It was stupid on my part, and there's nothing else I can really say about it. I definitely did not intend for... I did not intend... I promise I was not trying to be dishonest with the clip that I put out there. I asked people prior to putting the clip on Twitter whether I should censor it, because... I wasn't sure if other people would find it vulgar or if it was tame enough to leave without the censor. I apologize. I still shouldn't have done it. Other people were advising me to put a censor on it, but whatever. I should have thought for myself and not done that. I should have really thought before posting anything. But yeah, it was stupid. But obviously we had the Mr. Girl shit. And then after that, I think the thing that really was the stab in the back for me was when she went on Destiny's stream, and I don't know how many people were watching, but she was like, oh, Star isn't my friend. She's never been my friend. We were never friends. And she was doing this thing to, I guess, distance herself from me. I felt like it was a tactical backstab to get social points. She wanted to talk to Brianna Wu, which, by the way, who she hates with a passion today. So she was like, oh, well, I don't want to be friends with somebody who's buddies with, who's best friends with Richard Spencer. And the thing is, like, she knew I wasn't best friends with Richard Spencer. She was spending, like, she had defended me prior, my right to interview these people. She knows that I wasn't friends with any of these people, that I just engaged with these people. I was curious about that space. I was curious about, like, the thought process. And she still did it. She backstabbed me. It was a tactical backstab to get social points because it was super easy and super fun to dunk on Stardust for her platforming. And also she wanted to interview Brianna Wu, and she was like, oh, when I confronted her and I was still trying to build a bridge with her or maintain a bridge with her. And I'm sorry, by the way, Destiny was not helpful in that conversation. He was not helpful in that conversation at all. Okay? I get it. Like, I'm a little pipsqueak. I come on and, it's easy to dunk on me. But that was not fucking nice, okay? And then, so Cherry, like, does her shit. She acts like a fucking psycho. I think it to this day, the top fucking thing that shows up on Google when you Google Stardust is a thread in the Destiny subreddit that is literally titled, "Why is Stardust the punching bag of every unhinged orbiter?" Chat. Really? Really? Anyways. So, that was not very fucking nice. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, everybody else gets to platform whoever the fuck they want to. Even Cherry gets to platform whoever the fuck she wants to. But when it is socially advantageous for her to do so, she gets on a Destiny stream, she fucking stabs me in the back publicly, says that we were never friends despite us meeting in person, despite me having spent years talking to her, despite her having confided in me incredibly personal things about her personal life before anybody else knew them, and I never leaked a single thing. I never said a peep. To this day, I still have not said a peep. So what do I do when I see this? Oh, I found God bullshit from her on Twitter. I make a 3-word joke. 3 words, guys, 3 words. 3 words. I said, incredible rebrand TBH. That's what I said. That was my joke. That was my tweet. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I got so fucking distracted just going in on this, talking about this, that I didn't even get the chance to fucking pull up the tweet here. Let me pull it up. Scrolling past me, thirsting over John Bolton. Scrolling past me. Posting other weird shit. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Incredible rebrand TBH. I mean, it's just like, that's not even spicy. It's not spicy. So I'm sorry, but after years of friendship, after me plugging you for years, after me, keeping your secrets, never spilling it to a single fucking soul, after me backing you up when I certainly shouldn't have, after you fucking stabbing me in the back, and then as if the stab in the back wasn't enough, you continued to talk shit about me. Continuously. Forever. You think that you deserve my forgiveness? Or any grace from me? Why would I give you any fucking grace? Like, fuck off. Really? Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. Sorry. Let me find this fucking tweet. Let's see. One moment, chat. One moment. Right, here it is. Here it is. Okay. This is what caused all of this. This is what caused all of it, okay? God giving me faith this year was an all-consuming blessing that nothing could have prepared me for. But I give thanks every day for the grace that continues to see me through this season of trials in my life. I can't praise enough. God is good. No, I understand what you're saying, but I have to say my piece, okay? I know that it's like, oh, these are scum of the earth people. You shouldn't pay attention to them. I have to say my piece, okay? I need to like just get it off my chest. All right? I'm not doing it, okay? I'm not being nice to people anymore. I'm not turning the other cheek. So all I said was diabolical rebrand, TBH, okay? And this shit caused such a shitstorm, and then all because Destiny retweeted it. People like fucking Fairy Queen says Destiny sexually abused Cherry by both recording and releasing said recording of her without consent. Okay, I didn't see where this was released, but okay, whatever. You are, to be clear, polishing the image of a sex offender for engagement. Okay, first off, I don't even know. Like, I am not keeping track of this shit. I haven't said anything about Cherry's allegations. In fact, the one time somebody asked me about them, I was like, I don't see why Cherry would lie. You know, like, I don't have any opinion on that. Like, I don't see why they were asking me, do you think she's lying? I said, I don't think she would. I don't see why she would. So the one time I've talked about it, it's been that. But let me be clear. This fucking tweet has nothing to do with Cherry and Destiny and whatever the fuck happened between them. My tweet is about my fucking beef with Cherry. Incredible, not incredible, diabolical rebrand, TBH. I mean, really? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't believe your bullshit when you say that you found God and you're you know, changing as a person now. Okay? And I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to say that. So, I don't know what the fuck happened to Fairy Queen, but she's gone off the deep end, okay? I liked her at one point in my life, but she's just literally become insane. So I guess I'm deserving of fucking having gore sent to me because I put out a 3-word tweet. And again, that was not very fucking nice. None of these people, I'm sorry, none of these people were very fucking nice. Nice of Destiny to retweet me now, but it would have been nice for him to be like, pump the brakes and be like, yo, like, notice, like, did you not notice that Cherry's spinning the fuck out when she's fucking backstabbing me on stream? Again, I get it. I waltzed up and I'm the easy one to dunk on. Oh, stupid fucking Stardust, you know, whatever, okay? And I get it. I was very OCD back then or whatever. Like, I very undiagnosed with my OCD. But seriously, what kind of drama are you making? Like, it's not really particularly good content to watch Cherry stab me in the back. And it ended up being, again, the #1 thing that is Googled about me, right? Like, when, the #1, not Googled, but the #1 thing that pops up on Google when somebody looks me up is, why is Stardust the punching bag of all the unhinged orbiters? Sorry. I literally do not give a fuck. Okay? All you guys are fucking assholes. Or not. Who knows? But of course I'm gonna put him on blast. Why wouldn't I?
Just like, we didn't put him on blast. You didn't put him on blast. You came and asked for a ban in a different community. And she's just pretending she's retarded. We have to get through to where she's actually going to get the responses. It's not just Hindu theology. It's like a subcontinental value. So as an Indian Muslim, you are raised in a culture where this animal represents
I will tell you, by the way, and they can try to deny this all the time. Oh, she's pretending to be a devout Hindu. I said from the get-go, I am not Hindu. But I will tell you, seeing a severed cow head and severed cow legs is infinitely more upsetting to me than any time I've seen a depiction of Muhammad, okay? Peace be upon him. It has been infinitely more upsetting to me to see that. So that's just my stance of the land, right? But anyways,
Wow.
so
That's so cool.
on Christmas Eve, this person, Mr. Substance here, in response,
Heard of this guy?
to something that I said on Twitter, responded to me with a severed cow.
On Christmas Eve, Substance? On
That's
Christmas...
fucking loser behavior, by the way. You don't have.
To be on Twitter on Christmas Eve? I agree.
It doesn't matter if you are Hindu
I
or
agree.
not.
Who?
Oh, it's a loser behavior to be on Twitter on Christmas Eve. Okay. All right. I think it's more loser behavior to send somebody gore on Christmas Eve, but thank you. It doesn't matter if you were Hindu or not. He thought you were Hindu and thought that it was okay to attack you over that. LOL. Well, it's still, like, there's a different sting, right? There's a sting when somebody sends you gore, and then there's a secondary sting when it's a progressive sending you racially targeted gore.
Who was fighting with him on Christmas Eve? Yeah, it's loser behavior. Yeah.
I mean, I
Anything
wasn't even fighting with. I just made fun of him for being. By the way, you want to know what he responded to me with that cow image. Well, what was he responding to? He was responding to me saying, "Boo hoo, hurt your sensitive feelings, frowny face." That's like literally. I tweeted that to him, and he quote tweeted that with gore. Okay, lovely, wonderful. We love to see it. Like, I'm having fun. I'm memeing. I'm having a good time on Twitter. I'm making jokes. Okay. On Christmas Eve, you decide. Well, this is the very Christmas.
Was I streaming on Christmas Eve? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I was at home. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I was at home.
Thing to do is go search for it's very specific type of gore to send to somebody based on their cultural background. That's a
Hold on. Quick check. Okay. Really specific. You spent your Christmas Eve. Hold on.
Hi, Shadow on Twitch. I am doing fine. Also, hi, Ruby Space K.
Hold on. Cut up cow gore images. Already found images of a cut up cow. Already found pictures of a dead cow. Took me 8 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, but we both know that this was racially targeted, right? Like, are we gonna act? It's incredible to me that I'm the dumb bitch here. I'm the dumb airhead bitch here, but JStock can't, for 1 second, come down to reality and acknowledge that sending a person of Indian origin a severed cow head is very obviously racially targeted, right? OMG, Muslims not spending Christmas Eve with their family. I mean, I did spend Christmas Eve, but like, every family has a different schedule, and also it doesn't, like, people underestimate, okay? My Twitter game is insane, okay? It doesn't take me long to type out, "Boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings, frowny face," to somebody. Like, that is like the most low-effort tweet that I could have tweeted at somebody, and it got him so triggered that he sent me gore. I mean, okay. Yeah, in the subcontinent, cows are generally not eaten. Yes, correct. Like, even Muslims in India do not eat cows because cows are very respected. It's not just a Hindu thing. It is, cows were the, like, backbone of rural Indian history, you know? Or the rural Indian person, you know, agriculture farmer. Like, they literally, it's the symbol of a gentle, like, of gentleness, of nonviolence. It is an animal that is so much larger than you, that has the ability to hurt you, but never does. You give it some grass, you give it some water, it does labor for you, it gives you milk for nutrition, it gives you dung for fertilizer. Like, this is the history, right? It is not just, it's not just revered by Hindus, you know? And also we've got, you know, again, all of the Muslims in India were previously Hindus, right? Like, you think that, you know, things are just going to change that quickly? Like, people are having hamburgers in India, like, because they're Muslims? No.
Wow. Why are we pretending this took a long time? If you want to get really specific, severed cow's head. Severed cow's head. I see a lot of pictures of severed cow's heads now. Took me 1 search, 2 seconds.
Yeah, but we know what the point of it was, right? Like, again, you can play as stupid as you want, but searching up severed cow heads to send them to somebody on Christmas Eve is a fucking deranged behavior. I do not endorse sending anybody gore. Do not do that. Do not do that. That is not acceptable to me. I think gore is like, you're stepping over the line when you send people gore. There is an intention there, right? That you are no longer hurting somebody's feelings with words. You are trying to trigger a response in them, like from their nervous system.
Oh my god, this was very difficult. I could never have done this.
It's a totally normal thing to do. So normal.
Christmas Eve of all days on Christmas.
I mean,
Eve.
it's not like I haven't been sent gore before. You know, like I have. But again, the last time I was sent it before was from a bunch of Chinese communists that I got, that I somehow offended. I think I said something positive about Hillary Clinton, and then the Chinese communists got really mad at me and they started sending me gore. But I expected it from them. I was not expecting it from a fellow progressive and somebody who is a watcher of Peace Co.
On Christmas Eve.
Head and severed cow legs. I know that this substance person posts clips for several other content creators.
Who she hates. That's, by the way.
Oh, I don't care. I think I retweeted substance before because he tweeted a clip that I liked. So I don't care. Like, business is business, right? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't particularly like J-Stock. I don't particularly like Queeman. But yeah, Substance has posted stuff from other people. I like Peace.
No, you guys seethe about us a lot.
He's posted stuff
Feel
from
the poos in your chat
Lonerbox.
seething about us too.
I appreciate that. Well, he's seething in my chat because you're literally endorsing this kind of behavior towards people and calling them subhumans while claiming you're not racist. By the way, this is just inaccurate. Indian Muslims butcher cows. It is not taboo for them. Not in India, they don't. And in fact, I would say probably most Indian Muslims still don't butcher cows in other parts of the world. You know what the standard is? It's goats. These people are so fucking ignorant in the chat here. Oh, she looks giga SSRI'd out. Really? It just sounds like you're mad because I look fucking fire in the stream, okay? I mean, I have to say, I look fucking fire in what he's reacting to. I don't even look as fire today as I did then, okay? I feel like I looked particularly fire that day. But no, when you post things that are gore, I am not... Like, I'm not down with it. I just am not down with it. It's not all...
Wow.
I feel like as much as they complain about there being like
really
a cabal,
hammering on
like
the gore
people
thing.
making a conspiracy about there being a cabal of Queeman and J-Stock people, they do the same thing with me. There's a... What? Am I running... Am I a witch? Am I like a seamstress? Like, am I spinning a web?
Okay, I regret asking her to actually give her thoughts.
From like trying to take down... Oh, I'm not doing this for you, J-Stock. Don't think too highly of yourself. I am not doing it for you, J-Stock. I am doing it for me, okay? I would never do... Like, why the fuck? Like, you can suggest whatever you want to me. I'm probably... Like, I probably don't give a fuck about whatever you have to say. But I do think it's funny to react to your incredibly stupid low IQ bullshit that you spew every day, while calling other people low IQ, by the way, which I am willing to bet, like... You know, for the amount of people who call me fucking low IQ, you don't know shit about me. Yeah, maybe sometimes I freeze up. Sometimes I don't speak, okay? you know, sometimes that happens. I think a lot of that, you know, in the past has had to do with like how bad my OCD was, and I was like undiagnosed and it got really bad. But like, I'm sorry, I'm like a pretty educated person. For calling me low IQ when all of your content is just you reacting to shit and being snarky, being a little mean girl, and you want to call me low IQ. Okay, let's see you put together a video essay. You know what? Let's see you put in. I want to see a PowerPoint from JStock. I want to see a PowerPoint from JStock. That would be nice. Can JStock put together a nice PowerPoint for us? Oh, I'd love to see that. For as much as he made fun of me doing a PowerPoint, clearly he doesn't comprehend the one that I put together. Like, because he misses things all the time. He's just such a fucking idiot, you know? Low? Like, yeah,
I didn't say she was trying to take down Queeman. I said she was trying to take down. She was fucking with Pisco doing this. She's like emotionally blackmailing Pisco.
Is there a Stardust conspiracy?
Do I have to go open up Wix like VOD to go look at this and see what the chat's saying? Do I have to go up Wix? Should I go open Wix VOD and see how the chat's reacting?
Why would I be looking at Wix chat while I'm talking to Pisco? That's like a recipe for disaster. When you're giving a presentation to somebody or you're having a conversation with somebody on a stream, you're not particularly looking at the chat in a very active manner. In fact, you leave that up to the moderator to do, right? I leave that up to Wix to do.
To this whole thing as it goes along? That would be a fun exercise, wouldn't it? Hold on. Let me see. Wick TV. Wick-TV. Let me go to the Wick TV VOD, see if we can find the actual reactions to this as it was happening.
He takes so long to get through shit. How do we make this faster? I'm gonna put this on 1.5 speed.
The world. Pisco versus the world. Pisco versus the world. We have the chat from this. Ooh, I do have the chat. Let me disable. Nice.
Bro, he signed up for Pisco versus the world. I'm sure he was expecting a variety of things to come through, okay? I was not aware that people were saying that Pisco's community was this or that. I came in there because I knew that Substance liked Pisco. People told me that he was in his community. And I wanted to call out Substance in the most public way possible. And I've had a conversation with Substance since, and I've explained my points to him, and he's explained his points to me. I think he's, you know, fucking wrong, but at least I got the opportunity to explain it to him. So.
Okay. So we'll find the Stardust call-in where we get our little PowerPoint presentation. Okay.
Like, why the fuck would I look at his chat?
Okay, that's fair.
So you think it's targeting you both because of your ethnic background?
How long is this beef going to take?
I can't believe she's speaking full sentences. Oh, wow. Wow.
Why is this on the show? Okay, never mind. Actually, sorry. Never mind. Actually, everybody's just being like, Stardust, why the fuck are you doing this? Oh, never mind. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, why the
Everybody
fuck
just actually doesn't care at all.
To send somebody something like that, you know? Like in all my time online, I have been sent plenty of things like that, but to get it from somebody who is a progressive, somebody who I have seen tweet things that are like, oh, men who use violence to
So you would have liked to see more specificity, more connection to the harm it caused, and an acknowledgement.
Yeah, of course. Why would I watch the chat? We know that anti-Indian hate is super in right now. We see it happen on Twitter. You see people post videos of dudes harassing interracial couples, and that gets tens of thousands of likes. Like, there is not a better way, like, to get engagement on Twitter. There are dudes making whole fucking livings off of the anti-Indian hate. So why the fuck would I look at chat, right? If I know what Twitter is like, I know the average IQ of the average Twitter user who's upvoting this shit, or not upvoting, but liking it. Yeah, you think YouTube chat's gonna, for a debate panel, is gonna be that much better? No offense to YouTube chat, I love you guys. You guys are different, but I'm sorry. It's not going to be that much different. And yes, you see progressives on Twitter, you see leftists on Twitter engaging the anti-Indian sentiment. Yeah, and I guess we just deserve it, right? Because we have a few high prominent Indian Americans who happen to be in the Republican Party, despite the vast majority of Indians voting Democrat. Like, or we deserve it because what? We're economically successful. I don't know. There's a whole array of reasons, apparently. Or we have funny names and we smell funny or whatever. What is the reason? I know the anti-Indian sentiment is like growing exponentially on all social media platforms, including Instagram. Why the fuck would I look at a YouTube chat? Of course, I'm going to present my fucking PowerPoint, and I'm not going to look at the chat. I'll leave that to Wick. I mean, last time Wick does a great job of moderating his chat, but it's not like I haven't looked in the past and seen, racial comments. Like, of course, like, yeah, I'm just not going to pay attention to it. Like, no indictment on anybody, right? You can't moderate all that shit, but you can't moderate it all. And again, I'm used to taking it. I'm used to receiving it. I'm not used to receiving gore from a progressive that is racially targeted.
She is venting, but this poor woman has dealt with a lot of hate for speaking her mind. Not enough.
Not enough.
This Stardust going to apologize to Sick?
Thank you.
She should apologize to Sick.
Thank you. Not enough. Okay, so you want to talk about me not receiving enough hate? Okay, I again get brigaded by neo-Nazis on Twitter like every other fucking day. Maybe not this week. This week is actually pretty quiet. But last week, I was in the thick of it, getting brigaded. The week before that, I was in the thick of it, getting brigaded by neo-Nazis. Like, I mean, come on. So I don't get enough hate. I think in reality, like, who doesn't get enough hate? J-Stock doesn't get enough hate. People need to remind him that his chin is so fucking fat that he basically, like, he has like this, you know how some women will get like, kind of like burns, or they'll get like abrasion marks on their thighs from their thighs like rubbing together. There's the skin of their thighs rubbing together. And it's a very natural thing. It's not natural to get that on your chin, J-Stock, okay? When the friction between your one chin, the second chin, really, rubbing against your neck is causing a burn there, that's not normal, J-Stock. We need to have a talk about your diet. So, yeah. But there are products that they've made for women for their thighs rubbing together. You could always go to the grocery store and pick that up, J-Stock. Oh, it's not a hygiene issue. It's just he's got too much skin there. He's a little too fat there. Okay, when it's a little too fat, your second chin is rubbing against your neck. Yeah, you get you get a burn there. It's natural for a lot of women in their thigh area. It's not natural in your chin neck area. So, rough one.
Wow, bitch.
Rough one.
But he's using strong rhetoric like disgusting, depraved, debase. You're saying that
it feels when it's connected with the fact that it's all about him. The first part of it, where it's just about him.
Yeah. So here's why.
Let's see here. Okay.
It's fat because all the bullshit is stored there. I mean, some of the bullshit's stored there, yeah. Look, I don't want to, it's people think it's a hygiene issue. It's not a hygiene issue, okay? It's a normal thing when you have, two parts of skin that are rubbing against each other. That's all. Yes, that's what it's called, chafing. That chin chafe, yeah. Chin and neck chafing, rough. But they have like the friction sticks now that, you can buy. Usually you buy it in the deodorant aisle, J-Stock. So if you're looking for it, that's where you can find it. Dove makes a pretty good one that you can get. It's like a little anti-friction stick, and it makes it all smooth, so maybe it won't burn as much for you.
I'm looking for literally anybody to say anything useful here.
Hey, first of all,
never mind. I really thought people in which chat would be, but I guess nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. Why would I look at his chat? Like, what? My goodness. Like, he tries to make a point, and he just absolutely fucking falls flat on his face for it. Okay, I guess you were wrong about that one, but you'll never admit that you were wrong, right?
We'll see if anybody else covers
behind
it,
this,
I suppose.
that I'm just behind. By the way, I fucking hate his laugh. You can hear it. You can hear the fat in it. You can hear the high cholesterol. I feel like I get like secondary high cholesterol from hearing him laugh. It's actually disgusting. I feel my arteries clogging up. No, I am offended by
Do you think we'll win in a debate, Stardust or Hutch? Probably Hutch.
substance. I wanted to call him out.
I'm sorry. So you didn't want to do that on Twitter? You didn't really call him out. You called Pisco out. Does she not understand that? That she like literally put Pisco on the spot? She didn't put substance on the spot?
No,
There's no
I
way she's
didn't
too
put. I talked to Pisco, or as I call him, Pisco. What? How do you say his name? Have I been saying it wrong this entire time? Now J-Stock is saying Pisco. Is it actually Pisco, or have I been saying Pisco the right way? Anyways, I talked to Pisco because I knew that he would agree with me. He would agree that it's disgusting. I'm not holding him to account. I'm holding fucking substance to account there. Like, what is a better way if somebody's acting inappropriately to put them on blast? Put them on blast with their favorite creator condemning their actions.
To understand that, How am I supposed to believe that this isn't explicitly because I've shouted substance out and said he does a great job clipping and we love...
Bro, I literally do not watch your stream. The last time I watched your stream is when I tweeted about your fat voice, okay? That is the last time I tweeted about your stream. Or sorry, last time I watched your stream is when I tweeted about it. That is basically, you can guarantee if I...
This bitch gets one Ozempic prescription and starts calling other people fat. You hate to see it.
If I have watched the stream... Oh, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. In fact, I would say the fatter you are or have been, you have more right to call people fat. In fact, if you've been thin your entire life, you have less of a right to call people fat. Okay? I worked hard, okay? And it was not an easy year for me. The last year, my dad died, okay, who I was estranged from. You can all go read my story there on Twitter, okay? I had a huge OCD flare-up that fucking was debilitating, and I didn't even know how bad it got. Like, I'm sorry, I've had a pretty rough year. Like, I've had all sorts of, like, shit going on in my personal life. And I feel like I've pulled through, okay? But anyways, I feel like if you've been fat or you are fat, you have even more of a right to call somebody else fat. Okay? I'm allowed to call you fat, motherfucker. And I'm still fat. I'm just less fat than I used to be. About it. Otherwise, I don't waste my time. I have other things to do. I have like a life to live.
Substance. How am I have a life to live. You just put together an entire PowerPoint presentation to complain about a random fucking less than 1,000 subscriber Twitter account.
I don't stream every night like you do for 12 hours, J-Stock, okay? I stream once a week on Monday, which is only a recent thing, by the way. When I do engage with the creator space, usually it's me doing tweets to make people angry, making fun of racists, or making fun of stupid people on Twitter, or I'm editing for people. I'm editing for Lonerbox, or I'm editing for Gilded now. I'm helping him with an essay, or I'm working on my own personal video essays. So, yeah.
That Pisco is almost entirely unaware of. He said he followed it because they clipped him once or twice. You put together a PowerPoint presentation and then tried to ambush Pisco with it on a stream.
I mean, it's just like for him thinking I'm so dumb. I'm such a dumb bitch. Ooh. I have to be pretty conniving to like think all of that through, right? That I'm ambushing Pisco on a stream with a PowerPoint that you think is pathetic, by the way.
Please never, ever, ever say you have a life to live ever again. Dude, are you serious?
12-hour stream. Mr. 12-hour streams over here. Not even showing his face. What's the name of Gilded's channel? Gilded Poo. I haven't, the thing that I'm editing for him right now isn't up yet. It's a video essay, so, but it will be up soon, so.
Okay, sorry, Sophia, you're right. An entire PowerPoint presentation, it probably took her like 20 minutes to put it together. You're right.
Yeah, it didn't take me long at all. It did not take me long at all to put that together. I'm sorry that you struggle so much, J-Stock, that it would take you hours to put together a PowerPoint presentation, but it actually took me not long at all, maybe 10 minutes. So, I'm sorry that you're so, for a dude who fucking, whatever field you were in, I mean, I'm surprised that you can't work a fucking PowerPoint or a Google Slides. Like, it's not that hard, okay? It's not that hard. Yeah, damn, sorry. That's rough. And you call me low IQ. You're the low IQ one. You can't figure out how to work Google Slides? My goodness.
Effort or thought into trying to get substance banned from Pisco's Discord, that makes you the biggest loser on planet Earth. You are a fucking loser. Don't.
I get to call people out. I'm sorry. You send me some crazy shit, I'm gonna fucking put you on blast. What did you think was gonna happen? What did you think was going to happen? Why is he so mad here too? Like he sounds increasingly angrier here.
Don't try to say you have a life. You don't have a life. Am I supposed to believe?
I
that this
do
isn't
have a
because of
life.
that?
I have
How am
a
supposed to
very
believe
rich
that this
life,
isn't
actually.
explicitly just because?
His brain is so rotted if he thinks this is all about him and Queeman. His brain is so rotted. He wishes I thought about him that much. My goodness.
So you're right. You're right. She tried to get him banned for a week. She tried to get him banned for a week.
Yeah,
I've said
that's
it something-
pretty fucking tame in comparison to what some other women would have done, if we're being real.
A totally irrelevant consequence for anybody in this space. And to prove that, I timed him out of my Discord for a week. Nobody gives a fuck about being timed out from a Discord for a week. Get the fuck out of here. And he posts clips from this stream and Queeman's stream.
Oh boy.
Wait,
You're telling me that, okay, I'm what is this logic? He's saying like, oh, I timed him out, and let's just rewind there for a second. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. What is this logic here? Guys,
I don't know those other content creators. I have a
Bro, she doesn't even...
immense amount of respect for Pisco. I think he's very person. Posts clips
How do
for
I do
several other
this?
content creators.
Wait.
I have a
Get the fuck out of here. Everybody in this space. And to prove that, I timed him out of my Discord for a week. I've shouted substance. A totally irrelevant consequence for anybody in this space. And to prove that, I timed him out of my Discord for a week. Nobody
But he
gives
was
a
just
fuck
calling-
about being timed.
he's
Totally
just-
irrelevant. So you're right.
So
He's
rotted.
calling
He thinks
me-
this is all about. He was just calling me pathetic about for what? For what? Him and Queeman. His brain is so rotted. He wishes I thought about him that much. My goodness.
So you're right. You're right. She tried to get him banned for a week. She tried to get him banned. That this isn't because of that. How am I supposed to believe that this isn't explicitly just because?
His brain is so rotted if he thinks this is all about.
That makes you the biggest loser on planet. Put any effort or thought in. Hey, sorry, Sophia, you're right. An entire PowerPoint presentation. It probably took her like 20 minutes to put it together. You're right. You cared enough to put any effort or thought into trying to get some. Right, an entire PowerPoint presentation. It probably took her like 20 minutes to put it together. You're right. You cared enough to put any effort or thought into trying to get substance banned from Pisco's Discord. That makes you the biggest loser on planet Earth.
Okay. But, okay, so at one point you're saying I'm the biggest loser on planet Earth for trying to get substance banned from Pisco's Discord server. But it's really more about him and Queeman. But also...
Earth. You are a fucking loser. Don't try to say you have a life. You don't have a life. How am I supposed to believe that this isn't because of that? How am I supposed to believe that this isn't explicitly just because?
He thinks it's about him. Wait, I'm so confused. And then he's saying like a week ban on Discord. Who fucking cares? Okay, so then which one is it, motherfucker? Which one is it? I'm sorry. I'm just like, nobody cares what you keep ranting about. Yeah, I mean, he's just all over the place here. His brain is so rotted if he thinks this is all about him and Queeman. His brain is so rotted. He wishes I thought about him that much. My goodness.
So you're right. You're right. She tried to get him banned for a week. I've shouted substance. A totally irrelevant consequence for anybody in this space. And to prove that, I timed him out of my Discord for a week. Nobody gives a fuck about being timed out from a Discord for a week.
So it's not a big deal then. Then I'm not yeah, clearly I'm doing this because I want to get his streamer daddy to say that what he did was wrong. And I want to put him on blast, and I want him to know that if he does it again, I will put him on blast, and I want other people to know that if they do it, I will put them on blast with their favorite streamers too. If I have to fucking play mommy here, mommy dommy here, we'll do it. Because clearly nothing else has worked with you bitches.
Get the fuck out of here. And he posts clips from this stream and Queeman's stream.
Oh boy. Conspiracy runs deep, guys.
I don't know those other content creators. I have a
Bro, she doesn't even...
immense amount of respect for Pisco. I think he's very person. Posts clips for several other content creators. I don't know those other content creators. I have
Yeah, I mean, it was like literally the most mild shit I could have asked for from Pisco, by the way.
like I don't know
I
them
wanna see this.
personally.
And
I don't know
also,
them personally.
even that was like on the condition that he makes a better apology.
I do know Pisco personally, and Pisco is a nice guy. I like him. When a guy
Okay, I'm
goes
gonna see how
on
she
and on
continues to
about what a
cope. We'll see how
respectful,
she continues to
non-racist, non-sexist ally he doesn't get to send a racist gore to a woman without some sort of backlash. But no, this is all
Does Substance drone on about what a respectful, non-racist, non-sexist ally he is? What?
Queeman. Very true. Very true.
I mean, yeah, I have the logs of him talking about how he's not sexist and that men who use violence to intimidate women should be like condemned or something like that. He used a different word. I have the logs for that. I have logs of him talking about how bad people who are racists are. Like, I'm sorry, you can't have both. If you're on Twitter saying this shit, like, and then also just being blatantly racist, like, I'm gonna, yeah, I'm sorry.
So true.
What?
Bruh.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, huh? Wait, huh? I mean, you just did a whole presentation. You didn't look through the content of the account and see if there's people you knew?
Okay, so yeah, we can play this game with words or whatever, but again, it's like, I don't know the other content creators as in I don't know them personally on a personal level. I do know Pisco on a personal level. I do know his character. I do know that he's got a good moral...
Wait, would you say you don't know Queeman's character?
No,
Would you say you don't know my
motherfucker!
you have a lot of opinions on our character.
Oh,
What are
I think you
talking
guys
about?
are...
You don't know them
Okay,
personally, as in you're not friends with them?
I don't know you personally. No, I don't. I can say that I think about your character this way, but I don't really know you that well like I know Pisco or like I know Loaderbox. Sorry. Is that so hard of a concept for you to understand? Yeah, I don't fucking know you personally, and I don't know shit about your character besides you being a fucking dick. So you know what? I'm not going to comment on you. I'm going to say that I probably don't know you that well.
Then why didn't you just say, I'm not friends with the people who get clipped by this account? Still wouldn't be true, by the way.
Because also me saying I don't know you is also accurate. This is how the English language works, J-Stock. I'm sorry that you didn't take any English classes beyond high school, okay? But sometimes different phrases can mean different things. Did you know? Did you know? And I'm the dumb bitch here. And I'm the dumb bitch. Yeah, I can say I don't know somebody because I don't know them personally. But no, oh, why don't you just say that you're not friends with them? Yeah, because different things can mean the same thing.
It's just, she's just coping for saying something totally fucking retarded.
System, you know? Okay, Turkey, I understand what you're saying. I am not aware of Pisco being attacked for having a bad community.
Uh-oh. I'm not aware of Pisco being attacked for having a bad community. It's just like Aiden, right? It's just the same thing, where she's just like gonna lie. Oh, me when I lie?
I'm the
me
liar.
when I lie? Oh, boop. Suddenly
I'm the liar. Okay. Yeah, I'm the liar here. J-Stock has never been intentionally dishonest or Queeman. Excuse you, Star. I knew this in elementary school. This man is developmentally disabled. Oh my god. Like literally, like you have a bunch of people watching a developmentally disabled man trying to explain or trying to have a problem with me for saying I don't know these people because he can't make the connection. He can't like do any abstract thinking in his head that possibly different words and different phrases might mean the same thing. That, oh, I don't know this person, as in I don't know you from, like, I don't know you from Adam, I don't know you from Eve, I don't know you as a person on an individual level. But what, you just have to take everything literally? You know, that's not a sign of intelligence, and you're calling me the dumb one. I think between the two of us, J-Stock, I think you would be surprised, okay? If you're taking everything that literally, you're probably not too smart.
a little lie pops out? Oh my god.
I am only, like, I prefaced that presentation by saying that this is not an indictment on his community and not an indictment of him. I very much said that. So I think that...
Okay. Well, I wish Substance would have had the foresight that when he posted that tweet to go, actually, this is because I think you're a cow and I'm threatening you physically. It's not racist at all. I wish he'd had the foresight to make it clear it wasn't racist.
You can pretend,
Jesus
again,
Christ, man. Like, you can't just say, well, this isn't racist, and it's now not racist, right? You could...
we can pretend. Wait, what is this argument that he's making here? Is he actually trying to say it wasn't racist, that it was, he sent me the cow because he thinks I'm a cow? Is that really what he's trying to say here?
That when he posted that tweet to go, actually, this is because I think you're a cow and I'm threatening you physically. It's not racist at all. I wish he'd had the foresight to make it clear it
That
wasn't
doesn't
racist.
really make it better. One, I don't believe him. Two, it doesn't make it that much better. In fact, it might make it worse if you're physically threatening me. I think either one, if you're being racist with it or you're not being racist with it, it is a physical threat. It can be. We can pretend all we want. You can try. Oh, that cow was sent to you because he thinks you're a cow. And he's, physically threatening you. Well, that's not any better. But let's not pretend here that he didn't know exactly what the connotation was there. Let's not pretend that he's not replying to people with pictures of Indian men on Twitter whenever they're saying Jeet or saying Sar or, you know, doing the Indian memes, he's replying to people with pictures of Indian people. I'm sorry, you do not get to claim that this person isn't racist when they've got a documented history online of being racist to Indian people, and then he's sending me gore of a cow. So, but him saying that I'm a cow and he's threatening physical violence against me, I mean, that's not better at all. Even I didn't go there with the physical violence thing. I told Pisco another person could take it as a threat. I didn't take it as a threat, but now you're telling me that, oh, he really sent it to you because he thinks you're a cow and he's threatening physical violence against you. Well, that's worse. That's worse. And you didn't realize there was a racial undertone there. That's much worse.
I don't actually wish that. I'm just aiming along. But Jesus Christ, man. Like, you can't just say, well, this isn't racist, and it's now not racist, right? You couldn't do that. You couldn't do it. You can't say, well, actually, this isn't racist, and then post something that's racist intentionally, and then be saved. What you say is disconnected from your actions. What your actions are doing is irrelevant. Like, it makes...
I'm so confused. What is he saying
What you say
here?
is saved.
What is
How
he
not racist.
saying?
That when he...
So I think that...
Okay. Well, I wish Substance would have had the foresight that when he posted that tweet to go, actually, this is because I think you're a cow and I'm threatening you physically. It's not racist at all. I
Oh,
wish he'd had the
he's not denying that it was racially undertoned. Okay, he's just saying that Substance should have said, actually, this isn't racist. It's because you're a cow and I'm making a physical threat of violence against you. Again, that would not be better, J-Stock. That would not be better. That would actually give me reason to, like, escalate the issue further. That, one, you're calling me a cow, you're saying it's a threat to physical violence, and now you're denying that there's a racial undertone to this.
to make it clear it wasn't racist. I don't actually wish that. I'm just aiming along. But Jesus Christ, man. Like, you can't just say, well, this isn't racist, and it's now not racist, right? You couldn't do that. You couldn't do it. You can't say, well, actually, this isn't racist, and then post something that's racist intentionally, and then be saved. What you say is disconnected from your actions. What your actions are doing is irrelevant. Like, it makes... Sorry. What you say is irrelevant when your actions, like, follow through and do put him on the spot and do get him in trouble. Obviously.
But they didn't get Pisco into trouble that I know of. Like, I didn't see him get into trouble. Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but it was all about, you know, putting Substance on blast, which I did successfully. It was only about putting him on blast.
Again, just anytime you're going to complain about moderation with regards to a community, you should have gone to that community's moderators first.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I don't have to. Relevant to me, okay? No, I don't have to do that. If I'm complaining about a person's behavior, I'm allowed to put them on blast. If you send me gore, I'm putting you on blast, and I'm like, if I have the opportunity to get your favorite streamer to condemn you for it, yeah, of course I'm gonna do that. I'm not following whatever drama that is, but yeah, of course I'm gonna put Substance on blast.
Yeah, don't double, you
publicly.
just missed it. Destiny went on a whole thing about how he wanted Pisco to start moderating his community because they were saying mean things about Destiny. There's a whole thing with Doobie donating money to Pisco to, like, post facts about Destiny.
See, even I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even do that, right? If that's true, I wouldn't even do that, right? People say deranged shit about me all the time in these people's communities. I'm sure if I went and I looked in J-Stock's community, or I looked in Pisco's community, or if I looked in any of these communities, that I could find them saying incredibly deranged shit about me. And I don't go out there trying to get them to moderate their communities for that shit. My line was the gore. So, used to watch J-Stock, but he turned into a deranged hater. He was always deranged. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you this, Pitchmaster, but he was always deranged. He was always a piece of shit. You guys just couldn't see it. Like, he was always a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, more than half of these people that everybody's like, oh, this anti-fan community. I could have told you, if you come and ask me my opinion on this, or on these people, I would have told you years ago that these people are pieces of shit. But, well, you know, what can I say?
What?
People need to know that this dude, who claims he's a feminist, who claims he's not a racist, he's against racism, is a fucking psycho who is neither of those things.
Oh.
And yeah, so again, J-Stock can play whatever word games he wants with this, but when I say, like, I don't know these people, I mean I don't know them personally. I don't know the character of you. All I know is that you're...
She doesn't know the character of me. She's sure been talking about my character a lot. And she's made a lot of tweets about my character. She's made a lot of tweets and a lot of comments about Queeman's character.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know you on a personal level, though, right? I'll tell you what I think of your character based on the outward things that I know about you and my interactions with you, but I don't know you on a personal level.
I don't know you. I don't know you personally. I don't know your character. You sure whine about us a lot.
like a shitter online, okay? Pisco is
Okay,
somebody
if we're gonna compare who whines about who more, let's be real about this. Let's be real about this. Queeman and J-Stock take the cake for whining about me, okay? I'm sorry. Character of. Okay, I believe in the character of Pisco. I appreciate Pisco. I know that he's an intelligent guy. I have an immense amount of respect for him. That's what I mean when I say I know
Wow.
Pisco. I don't know those other
Let her
people.
hop on stream. I do. In
I know
this,
of
in this
them. I
stream,
know
she
who they
doesn't want to
are.
do it.
I don't know them on a personal level.
Why the fuck would I go into, again, why the fuck would I go into your Discord server? I invited you to have a private call with me. I'm not going to join your fucking Discord server and join into your voice call where your little friends, you know, do your jerk off sessions together. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm not interested. You already kicked me out of your Discord anyways. Why the fuck would I rejoin after you've kicked me out?
Huh? Hold on, I don't know what tweet this is. I hope it's not going to be something that I don't want brought up on stream. No, it's not. Like, if she just scrolled, Hassan Willie Mac? Heard of them. Fairy Queen? Heard of Stardust obviously knows Fairy Queen. No idea who this is. Pisco, Andrew Wilson? Feel like you might know them. You're literally talking to Pisco at this precise moment in time. Beckett, Copenseed with a not so erudite tweet. Amazing. Chud Logic, you know him. Wait, just hold on a second. Would you know Beckett?
What kind of person sends gore in the first place? That's what I'm saying. Why would you do that? It's like such a antisocial, strange thing
Yeah,
to
of
do.
course I know
like-
Beckett, but also like again, I've said that I don't know the character of J-Stock. I don't know the. Well, I would say I've made my judgments of their character. I don't know them on an individual basis, right? But yeah, I know Beckett. I know Lona Rocks. I know Pisco. Like, yeah, those are people who Substances posted, and I've said before that I've retweeted some of Substance's stuff when he's posted Loner Box's clips. So this is like not about you, J-Stock. This is not about you. This is not about Queeman. I think he's continuing to try and make it about him and Queeman, but it's like it's literally not about you. This is I even told Substance in DM that like I liked you at one point. I liked some of the clips that you posted, but after that, I'm sorry, I'll never like you again. After you sent me gore. How long did they talk about you? I have no fucking idea. He's got a point. You did say the thing and are talking about their character. That is the tiniest of nitpicks. Yeah, I think the point stands that like when I say I don't know somebody, I don't know them on a personal level. I probably shouldn't have said the part about character, but yeah, sure. Generally what I'm saying is like I don't know you as a person. I don't know you on a personal level, whatever, you know? So apparently he stopped watching me live. He should have kept watching because I don't know. I guess he's scared. I guess he's
It was
scared.
boring. It was boring.
It was boring. Oh no.
Somebody
tell him.
The
Somebody
guy
told me,
with the
I guess
guy
he's too
with
scared.
more dead air than me is calling me boring. The guy with more dead air than me. The guy who emotes less than I do. The guy who doesn't even have a fucking PNG tuber that has emotions as part of it. And I'm the boring one. I'm sorry. I would rather watch somebody who emotes, somebody who has changes in their tone of voice, somebody who doesn't have as much dead air as fucking J-Stock does. I'm the boring one. Okay, good luck with that, J-Stock. To handle
Somebody
people
mentioned it
talking shit
after.
about him, right? Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. This is just absolute baloney.
I guess so.
Damn,
You're right.
It's all the
No,
Stardust
hold on,
cabal.
she's right.
My grand plan
She's
to
right. I
take
can't handle
Queeman
people talking
down.
shit.
That's what this is about. It's totally not about Substance sending me gore and me not liking that gore. It's totally not about me being disturbed by gore.
Wait, also, just to be clear, we all said don't send gore. Everybody said that. What this is about is you being a totally neurotic freak who decided to go on a stream that was about Pisco and his political like thoughts, and you decided to make it about you.
It's Pisco. It was the stream title was Pisco versus the world. It was not specifically about his political thoughts. It was titled Pisco versus the world. And what does that mean? It's anything.
And beef you had with somebody who clips him occasionally because he's in their Substances in Pisco's Discord. That is an insane neurotic loser thing to do. You are a total complete and utter loser. That's
Okay.
what this is about.
I mean, I'm sorry that you don't have the willpower to spend 10 minutes on a fucking PowerPoint to make any of your points more coherent. Sorry if I can speak today. More coherent, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't have that, but
I want to know exactly what pic was sent. It's a dismembered cow with its head cut off. Like it's, and by the way, for a 1 week timeout. For a 1 week timeout. That's insane loser behavior, obviously.
But you just said that it's not that big of a deal. Right? I've made my point. I wanted to put this guy on blast. I wanted him to know that people are watching him, that I'm watching him. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna act deranged as fuck if you send me gore, of course. Of course.
You didn't think, hey, I'll go study Pisco's position on this and ask him some questions. You didn't think, hey, I disagree with Pisco over here politically. I'll go ask some questions about that. You went, hey, Pisco, this guy's like in your Discord. Could you time him out for a week? He's really mean.
Yeah, but he's mad because I guess Substance is his friend. Like, yeah.
No, like cut up in a.
I guess I've gotten under his skin as well because I don't know how I got under his skin, to be honest with you.
Like cut up in a field or something.
I've noticed that I make a couple of people irrationally mad. J-Stock is one of them. Queeman's one of them. Some of the commentary bros are you know, they get irrationally mad over me. So
worst example you could think of and consider it that. Just wait though, because just wait until she gets through this. We'll keep watching.
No evidence to back up me being disturbed by it. There aren't group chat logs of me being upset by it. There aren't, you know, logs with me talking to my friends being upset by it. Yeah, totally. It doesn't exist. Not a real thing. Yeah, because you're claiming that I'm just, like I wasn't disturbed by the gore, right? So what I'm reacting to in this point that fucking J-Stock is reacting to, J-Stock was insinuating that I wasn't actually upset by the gore, and that I was just doing this to get at him and Queeman or something like that. Or that I was doing this to get at Pisco. This is not the case. If you talk to any of my friends, or if you're in a couple of the group chats that I'm in, the moment I was sent that, I was very disturbed by it. I generally I think I have a pretty good poker face. So, you know, in the heat of the moment, you know, I'm used to, like, blood sports, like, you don't win as a woman in blood sports by yelling at other people. The way that you win as a woman in blood sports is by not reacting, because what they want is for you to yell, and they want you to be a triggered SJW. So generally, I have a pretty good poker face, okay? So, yeah, maybe it didn't look like I was upset by it on Twitter. My initial response to him was wrong religion, retard, but I was disturbed in private messages. I was talking to my friends about it. I was very upset by it. Yeah. Anybody who's been in any chats, like private chats with me, would know I was talking about it, and I could not get it out of my head.
Everybody thinks you could be upset by it. Nobody said you can't be upset by it. I'm skeptical that you're actually upset by it, okay? I'm quite skeptical, but maybe.
You can be as skeptical as you want, but I mean, it exists. It's out there.
Okay, block him. Block him.
Also, men and women, I'm sorry, men and women generally have different hobbies, okay? I don't know what's wrong with men, but I've heard so many stories of men, like, growing up, like, looking at, like, videos of people dying and shit, okay? My brain is not like that, okay? I don't go looking for fucking horrible shit to watch. Yeah, you DM me about it. Yeah, I DM'd quite a few friends, and some people more than others, and some people I have in my back pocket who can tell you how much it upset me. Like, and keep in mind, this is not a isolated incident, right? Maybe on a normal week, maybe I would have been upset and I wouldn't have spiraled as much about it. But you have to keep in mind, the same week I'm getting brigaded multiple times, getting hundreds upon hundreds of comments from neo-Nazis, okay? So already I'm exhausted, all right? Already I'm like, my defenses are a little bit low, all right? A fucking progressive steps in and fucking sends me gore for a 3-word joke. Yeah. You said it on many streams over the years. Yeah, I don't like gore. I am not a man. I don't know what's up with internet men, but internet men seem to go look for horrible shit to watch when they're growing up. I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
Tell them that's really fucked up. There's a whole bunch of things you could do to go crash the panel that has Pisco on it, to bring up moderation in his Discord.
But see, again, it's not crashing, right? It's Pisco versus the world. And I'm allowed to bring up the world of topics.
And then say, oh, well, I didn't know there was anybody else accusing you of something like this. Oh my god, I didn't know it. Shut up.
How would being sent gore not be offensive, especially if it's racially
is there a
targeted
creator
gore,
that-
right?
That Substance posts clips of that Stardust doesn't actually know. Is there a single
This
one?
is just more wordplay with like no and doesn't know. And obviously what I mean is no on a personal level, right? So
Like, it's actually
Something
the
like
precise opposite. Is there a... Why would it matter if you knew the creators clipped on a personal level?
well, you're the one who's
Creator that she
picking
doesn't know.
you're the one who's nitpicking about me saying whether I know them or not. So I'm saying, yeah, what I mean by that is I don't know them on a personal level when I don't know them.
That Substance post clip.
Retard.
Go to anybody about this, but it's not just words at this point. It is somebody sent me gore, and that is an escalation
Wow.
of rhetoric.
Wow.
it,
Wow. Wow.
I can give you some of the backstory. I made a joke, a 3
Totally disavow this, by the way. This is like, by the way, this is just fucking stupid to do. Like, in a real sense, it's fucking stupid to do, because even if I don't necessarily think Stardust, I don't think it's even close to the worst harassment Stardust gotten. I don't think it's anything like that. I really don't think it's that bad in her mind.
I mean, look, I understand why J-Stock would say that, but I'm at this point in my life completely desensitized to like mean words. Okay, I do have friends who will still look at my comments and be traumatized by some of the harassment that I get, like whenever I'm getting brigaded. But for the most part, I in general, you get desensitized to it. The only thing that really it's like once you're desensitized to it, it's more about being exhausted. What the purpose of brigading somebody with hundreds upon hundreds of comments is meant to do is to bring your defenses down and exhaust you. And so individually, like, you're not taking offense to every little comment, but when it's a wave of it, yeah, obviously it's a thing. But I'm sorry, like, words are one thing. When you send somebody gore, what is the intention of gore? The intention of gore is to literally trigger a nervous response in somebody. It is to trigger a physical, like, you know, maybe it's maybe not a physical attack in how you would typically think of it, but it is one. Like, in my opinion, you are now crossing a line where you are no longer doing little, you know, mean comments, being mean to people. You are trying to trigger somebody, you're trying to traumatize somebody. That turns into a physical response. This is a borderline physical attack, okay? I'm gonna treat it like it's a pretty big deal. That is absolutely the point. It's to disturb them or cause distress. Yeah. It depends on the type of gore that you get sent, Gilded. So I wouldn't say, like, obviously, like, the cow thing maybe isn't meant to traumatize you, but, like, somebody sending you dead bodies, that's meant to traumatize you, maybe. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to disagree. Maybe the cow thing was meant to I don't know. But, you know, it's meant to at least get a nervous response, like, to get a response from your nervous system, you know? It's meant to intimidate you or scare you. And I think you're crossing a line. You're no longer in just the realm of the emotional and psychological. You are now stepping into the realm of actual physical effects. The crazy part is he's trying to wave it off as a physical threat, like that's not worthy of police intervention. Well, he's not trying to wave it off, but he was saying that Substance should have said that he sent me a cow because I'm a cow and he's threatening physical violence to me. That's just stupid. That's just worse.
But just
No,
giving
it
her the
is.
ability-
Actually, it is. Words on the internet are one I become completely desensitized. And I understand for somebody like J-Stock, this is kind of incomprehensible because I've talked to friends about this and they also were like, oh, this is what bothered you? So I understand it. I understand, like, that he maybe doesn't comprehend this. But for me, he maybe
what?
do. So friends about this and they also were like, oh, this is what bothered you?
Wait, her friends were also confused?
Yes, my friends were confused because they look at my comments, some of the comments that I get when I'm getting brigaded, and they're more freaked out by that, right? That's why they're like, oh, the cow image, that's what got to you. It wasn't the immense brigading from Lily Gaddis's fans, right? Not to say that the cow wasn't a legitimate reason for me to get upset. They're not saying that it isn't a legitimate reason for me to get upset. In fact, if anything, I've had friends who were very understanding and very consoling, consoled me quite a bit.
but they were like, oh, I thought you were talking about these hate comments that you were getting, right? Because again, keep in mind, I was getting brigaded that same week when that was happening. So I don't think it was it wasn't Lily Gaddis fans, but it was when I posted the picture of myself and I posted felt cute, might delete the white population later. That like it was obviously a joke, but like that got a lot of racists mad, and I was getting brigaded for that. And then obviously whenever they see one thing, they start replying to everything. But you know, it's my friends. Yes, they were like, "Oh, that's the thing that upset you," because they were looking at other things, right? So
her friends were also confused, and then she's like, "It's incomprehensible to this guy."
Understand for somebody like J-Stock, this is kind of incomprehensible because. Star, I hope this doesn't sound sexist, but I don't think women are typically wired to handle gore. Well, I don't think women go seeking it out like men do. Like, apparently, I've been told by people that boys, teenagers, they go seeking out that stuff to, like, gross each other out. That's not something that women do. Also, a man sending a woman gore has a different connotation to it. Right? Like, you are using a like violent imagery to intimidate me. I've talked to friends about this, and they also were like, "Oh, this is what bothered you."
This is what bothered you. It sounds to me like she's trying to say that it's like not shocking for me, but regular human beings. But maybe she's saying it's not shocking, and she's giving me credit. Hold on. Maybe she's saying, "Oh, I understand why people wouldn't believe this," because my friends also thought that this was weird. That it's
So I understand it. I understand like that he maybe doesn't comprehend this, but for me,
okay.
I have dealt with the words, I have dealt with the insults, I have dealt with literally every insult thrown at me, but I cannot deal with the violent imagery. I cannot do that. It is just too far for me. It is.
Okay. That sucks. But like, block, Twitter automatically like.
Sending gore is just a death threat without words. I don't know if it's necessarily a death threat, but yeah. Like, men seem to have this, like, hobby when they're younger to send each other really gross shit.
Catches these things and censors. There's like a million different things to like filter this stuff out.
Yeah, you know, I was a vegetarian since I was like 16 or 17. I only recently switched to being a.
Oh god, I just realized that she's actually. Oh, this is one of those things where she just went and basically explained to everybody what actually upsets her. I've already said if you post this shit in her like responses, I'd probably just ban you for being fucking annoying, right? But.
Look, I don't, like, I expected, of course, like, this is another thing where, like, okay, J-Stock and other people are gonna be like, oh, why is she telling people what bothers her? I'm telling you so that you know that I'm gonna fucking put you on blast. If you do it, I will put you on blast. I think you were fucking mentally unhinged.
She's sort of laying out precisely the kind of thing that upsets her. That's pretty stupid to do.
Pescatarian in recent years. Like, since I was, like, yeah, 16 or 17, I was a vegetarian, and I was a strict vegetarian. I did not break that. The day that I did it, it was done.
This is really
done deal.
Totally, completely, entirely unacceptable.
So, yeah, it was very, very upsetting for me.
Wow.
And the way that I became a vegetarian was actually, I was at this festival.
Play this all-time Stardust clip right now. Hold on. What is this?
Oh my god, an insult, Jesus.
Okay, let me finish. Let's say you're okay, this is a fucking base clip, by the way. Like, I feel like, okay, you can come at me for saying gross shit, but sending me gross shit is like a different thing. I just feel like it is. Sending violent imagery to somebody is different. It is. Person to a human centipede. You're the middle, you have no choice in this. What you can choose is who is behind and who is in front of you. Your choices are from mom and dad. Who do you choose?
I'll choose to fucking nuke your entire country, you brown, savage, disgusting animal. What the
Why is that okay, Brittany? Why do you not mute him, but you fucking mute me? Like, why is that okay? This is why people think this whole fucking platform is racist and nobody wants to come here.
You're a fucking felon.
Do you not understand that?
I mean, I thought that was funny. Like, you can see me laughing as soon as he says that to me, so.
Hey, it's Dingo. That guy's a minor in this video. That's weird.
Oh yeah, cope and seed, righties. Cope and seed, Nazis. Cope and seed. Keep coping and seething.
Wow. What a clip.
When
What a
somebody
clip.
approached me and said, hey, you should take one of our flyers, I took the flyer, and it was all about how the torture that these animals are in these facilities. But also, again, the cow is something that is.
I can't tell if this is like aristocracy tier, like I'm self-traumatizing. Is that like what this is? Where she's like convincing herself it's like so much more hardcore than anything else she's seen on the internet?
No,
Like,
again,
I think this is some kind of like self-traumatizing thing. where she-
no, again, like sending a woman gore, it has a connotation in itself. Sending somebody racially targeted gore is just too far. It's just a line too far. You know, it's interesting to see. Like, people are like making comments about like, oh, you're just telling people what bothers you. Sure. I can handle that. But if I know you and I know that you're a progressive and you masquerade as a progressive, you masquerade as somebody who's pro-woman, pro sexual abuse victims, you're you're anti-women being abused, you're anti-women being intimidated. You cannot then go and intimidate a woman by sending her gore. I'm sorry. Like, that's just...
She's like trying to pretend she cares about Hinduism or something.
is very respected in Indian and Desi culture. It just is. Even in Pakistan, when they, you know, which is full of Muslims, they have cow farms. Even in Pakistan, they will put dressings on these cows. They'll put the garlands, the flowers, flowers, garlands all over the cows. Cows are deeply respected in my culture. But
Wait, your culture is American culture, you stupid bitch. What is she talking about?
my culture is American
Cows are-
culture with a subculture of Indian culture. But I guess you wouldn't know that, right? Like, again, I'm the low IQ version, I'm the low IQ person here, but JStock can't understand the concept of a subculture, right? Is that what's happening here?
Deeply respected in that they are the backbone of the American food economy, okay? Go to any Burger King or McDonald's to see how much cows are respected
great.
in your actual culture.
Great.
What the fuck are we talking about?
But you think I grew up eating a lot of cow? You think I grew up eating a lot of cow? Like I was saying earlier, I was more disturbed, infinitely more disturbed by this cow imagery, like an actual fucking like severed cow head. I'm much more disturbed by that than anytime I've seen a depiction of Prophet Muhammad. You know, I'm sorry, like depictions of Prophet Muhammad don't really bother me. You know, the cow does though. The cow gore, yeah, absolutely. We know that this is associated with my culture. We know that this was targeted. We know that this was racially targeted. I'm sorry. We're like, why play dumb about this? Whether I'm Hindu or not, this principle of non-harm, non-violence is a cornerstone, like of Indian culture. The cow was so important to the non-violence is a cornerstone of Indian culture, is a foundational principle, right? It just is. Average person in India, in rural India, throughout history.
Okay, maybe I'm like fucking up. Maybe she actually spent a lot of time in India as a kid. Maybe she's very connected to her Indian culture. I don't understand what we're going for here.
I used to go to India every summer when I was much younger, but...
Okay? She wasn't connected enough that it mattered when she hung out in all these fucking white supremacist panels and constantly got mocked in a racist fashion. So I just don't understand why the culture...
No. See, here's the thing. I expect it from white supremacists, right? What I don't expect it from is from progressives who I've seen on Twitter posting things that are antithetical to posting gore at me. It is, I'm sorry. There is a different thing. I have been attacked by all sorts of people. I've had horrible images sent to me by all sorts of people, right? But I expect it from those types of, I expect it from white nationalists. I expect it from racists. I expect it from crazy communists who are offended at my thoughts about Hillary Clinton. I am not expecting it in response to me saying diabolical rebrand TBH. That was the tweet. I am not expecting it in response to me saying to somebody, boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings, frowny face. I'm not expecting it in response from a progressive. And it is, yes, it's about my race. Substance knew nothing about me except my race, except my background. And he chose the cow on purpose. He didn't know anything about me. That's all he knew, and he went straight for that. So let's not, like, pretend here. Yeah, my parents were born in India, and it doesn't mean that I wasn't raised with Indian, you know, certain Indian foundational concepts, right?
Such a major thing now. I do believe people accused her of being like a pick-me minority for racist in the past, and she totally said like that's not who I am, that's not who I am, that's not who I am. So like what? Now apparently this stuff's all really important.
Free? Yeah, it is important when it's people who are claiming their principles are being against harassing women, against intimidating women. You know, when you claim that those are your principles, you claim that your principles are protecting women or whatever, or, you know, not being horrible to them. Yeah, I would say not sending gore to them probably falls under that. When you say that you're not racist, that you're condemning other people for being racist, yeah, I'm going to be really upset with you for targeting me with gore, okay? And as much as you want to say about the fucking white nationalists, they sent me some pretty fucking disgusting things, but I still didn't receive gore from them. Like, what does that say about you? What does that say about your crowd as well? That somebody from your crowd sent me gore. And in all my years online, I didn't receive gore from white nationalists. What does that say about you? What does that say about it? Like, I feel like most people understand without experiencing it that being a child to immigrants is a different experience to someone whose family has lived in the US for multiple generations. Hey, I mean, you still have certain cultural values instilled in you, right? Like, I still have the cultural value of killing yourself for your family instilled in me. I still have, you know, being called a pick-me minority by a white guy, LOL. Yeah, a white guy who used to watch Nick Fuentes, by the way. And yeah, you can assimilate into American culture and still hold strong to certain values, right? Sorry, so, harassed by being. I'm already explaining. So what does that say about you? Like, as much as you say about the white nationalists, yes, they're incredibly insane. They swat each other. They dox each other. They've sent me horrible, like, images, not because they were gore, just because they were gross, right? But they still didn't send me. He still didn't send me gore. Yeah, that might change in the future, but the fact that I received it from a progressive before I received it from a white nationalist is saying something. It's you. You're just here to try and divert things, I feel. I already explained things to you. It's just to act like this has no cultural significance for me. I'm sorry, but it was a deeply upsetting and deeply violent thing. What made you decide to go pescatarian?
Dude, I straight up don't believe her. Like, I would still say, like, don't do it on the grounds that it's stupid to do it, on the grounds that, like, there's no reason to give her, like, there's no reason to do it. I would say even on the grounds that I could be wrong, okay? And it maybe does really affect her. But, holy fuck, I don't believe her.
Realized I needed protein. And it is way easier to get fat as a vegetarian. For being real, so.
To go and do this is pointless. Like, it actually hurts you. It's, like, strategically just a bad thing.
It hurt me deeply. It hurt my heart to see that. Like, it actually hurt my heart to see. He doesn't believe me. That's okay.
Okay. I just don't understand. Like, again, maybe I'm not the creator to go over this.
Yeah, you're clearly
but why
not.
the fuck should I give a shit about this whole character swap she's done when she's mocking Cherry? The reason that Sick is going after her is because she's mocking Cherry for her conversion to Christianity. Why should I care about any of
it's not the conversion to Christianity that I'm mocking. It's, again, the rebrand. You were one of the most vindictive, hateful bitches. I'm sorry, Cherry was one of the most vindictive, hateful bitches, backstabbing bitches that I've ever known in my fucking life, okay? I literally was friends with her for years. I was friends with her before she was in the Destiny orbit. I have seen her over the years be a horrible person to people, say some of the most out of pocket, below the belt shit to people, public and privately. I have still gone to bat for her. And for her to backstab me and then continue to continuously talk shit about me after you've already backstabbed me, yeah, I have every right to go in on you, okay? You pretending that you've seen God or you received God in your heart and now you're a better person does not stop me from calling you out for your bullshit. You cannot, after years of treating other people like absolute garbage and treating other people like pieces of shit and backstabbing me and hurting me so deeply, you do not get to act like we should all just sweep everything you've done under the rug. I'm not doing it. Nobody else is doing it. There are plenty of other people who agree with me on this that you have hurt or just you've been an absolute bitch to. Yeah. Why am I expected to turn the cheek? Why am I expected to turn the cheek? I'm not doing it. And again, to be sent gore in response to me making a joke that is 3 words long, diabolical rebrand TBH, is insane.
This bullshit. She's taking Cherry's sincere thoughts, right?
Look, don't get me wrong. I haven't. Don't get me wrong. The white nationalists haven't sent me gore, but they have sent me plenty of memes about shit, or they've just sent me pictures of Indians in India shitting. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. They've sent me some pretty gross stuff, but like they haven't sent me gore yet, and I'm sure they will eventually. You know, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
It's just like it's so transparently hypocritical. She's so full of shit. Please let there be clips contradicting these takes. Oh, she already isn't sensitive to other people's shit. Yes, Velvet Moss. That's how this whole thing kicks off. Is she decides that she's gonna go on Twitter and like quote tweet Cherry and mock her, and then Destiny retweets her, and so Substance is in her replies getting mad at her.
And what did I say to Substance? I said, "Boo hoo! I hurt your sensitive feelings, frowny face," and he sent me gore in response. So I mean. Remember, turning the cheek isn't supposed to mean you allowing yourself to be a whipping boy / girl and take abuse. It means giving people the chance to expose and reveal intentions. Yeah, I don't know all of the Christian theology or what is in the scripture or anything like that. But I will say it's some fucking bullshit, what I've had to deal with in the past few years, and I'm just like not down with it anymore. I'm just not down with it. I will act as psycho as I want to. This is all because he's defending Destiny's sloppy seconds. Okay, it's not Destiny's sloppy seconds, it's J-Stock's sloppy seconds, okay? And, you know, that's not to say that, again, there's not, I mean, technically, I guess maybe you could say Destiny's sloppy seconds and it's really J-Stock's sloppy thirds, right? But, I mean, if we're gonna be real here, you know? But, yeah, I mean, just incredible, really. Incredible. Just incredible stuff.
And now she's like, you guys really need to respect my newfound like deep connection to my culture and how like sensitive I am about it. It's like,
let's compare the two. Me making a 3-word joke to sending me gore. Let's compare the two. Are we really going to compare these and make them on the like? Are these equally? Like, are they on the same level? What man sends women gore?
okay, do you remember how any of this started? Do you remember how any of this started right now? As you
Yeah,
virtue
I
signal about
remember.
this, you stupid
I
fucking
remember.
bitch. Sorry,
I remember how it started.
Because I don't want to give her the card. Oh no, they're being misogynistic. But holy fuck, it's just embarrassing, man.
That cow, and then you know, to see the violence of it, like it.
Oh, didn't she bully some trans woman that didn't pass into crying? I do believe there's a whole thing with Jalen as well,
It
right?
hurt my heart. Yeah, but you know how that started, right? Jalen Jalen, let's not forget, and I don't stand by my actions on that, but Jalen was somebody who was dropping the N-word left and right, okay? And I like that we can have all of this, you know, all of this outrage over me saying to Jalen that's, you know, dropping the N-word is a very man-coded behavior and you're acting like a man and you don't get to say that you're a woman just because you grew your hair long while you're dropping the fucking N-word, okay? I like that there's all that outrage over that, but there's not any outrage over Jalen literally using the N-word every other word with the hard R. Again, I don't stand by my actions with that, but it was a little bit funny, but I wouldn't do it again, so. Or it, that somebody thought so lowly of me that they felt I'm so inferior that it's justified to send me an image that symbolizes violence against my culture.
Dude.
What if he posted fish gore?
It's such
Well,
an
he didn't, right?
unbelievable twist,
Obviously,
dude.
if I saw a fish head, I probably wouldn't feel the same way,
Again, just
right?
with how it started,
But the fish
so
doesn't
weird.
have that cultural significance to me. The cow does. And but yeah, like he can play ignorant all he wants, but we know what the thought process was, right? He knew only one thing about me, that I was Indian, and what did he associate with Indians? Cows. Let me send her a severed head of a cow. He knew that. He knew I was Indian, and he went out and he sought that picture to send to me. He sought that picture to send to me.
He did. If I thought Stardust, just wait. If you guys didn't watch
By the way, if you guys like the content, please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member. I greatly appreciate it.
this segment when it started, if you're not aware of how this ends with what Substance says to end this, okay, it gets even better. She wasn't able to like go hard on like other people in a whole bunch of ways. Like she's obviously, dude. Oh, yeah, I see. I specifically didn't bring up the tweet she's referencing because it was just fucking gay of her to bring this up. Like just fucking bizarre of her to. The whole tweet
It was
chain
one
just,
joke.
I just
One
let it go
joke.
because then I understand. I let it go because it was gonna be me violating TOS and not Substance. So I just moved on. Okay, but yeah, don't let people being like shitty make you into doing things that aren't smart. Don't do it, man.
Word joke. Incredible rebrand TBH when it was something about Cherry posted about God or whatever. He somebody else quote tweeted me. Then I said I have my own personal conflict with Cherry. Has nothing to do with Destiny or anybody in that space.
Yeah, I know. I know Rodimus. I know. It's unbelievable.
I was friends
it's
with her for
unfathomable.
years before I was friends with
No, you weren't.
Destiny. I wasn't
yes,
even
I was.
really that close
Yeah.
with him, to be honest with you.
Again, they're pointing this out in J-Stock's chat while this is happening, that like, oh, Stardust, she used to go on Killstream. She used to take racial abuse for hours. Yeah, I knew what I was walking into there. I wasn't expecting a bunch of progressives to fan the flames of anti-Indian hatred on social media when it's more mainstream than ever. You guys are participating in it by calling people Jeets who have nothing, who aren't even Indian. You know, like, I'm sorry, like, you cannot tell me that you aren't racist. You cannot.
you.
What was
But
the initial
anyways,
tweet? Sorry, I might have missed that.
Yeah, Substance did this is like a cow's head. Like it's a dismembered cow, I believe.
What was that in response to?
it was in response to Cherry saying something about like how God is good and all of that, right?
Okay.
And so I
So
was
Cherry does like a totally positive tweet. You just shit on her for no reason, and you're like, no, respect my newfound love of my culture. No, you have to respect it. Why?
Again, there is a massive difference between making fun of somebody's, you know, trying to be somebody presenting themselves as pious and not, like having like an innocent, clean slate, and expecting nobody to say shit. Okay, there's a huge difference between, again, a 3-word joke and sending somebody gore. There just is. There just is. When have I ever sent anybody gore? Ever?
It's so baffling,
a
man.
subtweet. I screenshotted it and I put incredible rebrand to TBH. Then somebody quote tweeted that and said because Destiny retweeted that tweet that I'm like helping aid his image or whatever, even though my tweet was literally 3 words, had nothing to do with him.
Okay.
I don't choose who retweets my tweets. You know, I don't have control over that. Anyways. So then I said basically Cherry and I have our own issues prior to any of what you guys are talking about. And I'm allowed to be shitty in public about it if I want to, right? But you know, I'm using my words, right? This guy says, yes, Starter, you are in fact allowed to be a petty and vile vindictive cunt on main if you want to. Truly brilliant stuff here. I replied, boo-hoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings. That
Like, I don't understand the victimization at all. Maybe she can make it make sense. truly believe that what Substance did is less bad than what Stardust did to Sick.
Oh, really?
100%.
Oh, really?
Like,
Okay.
what Stardust did to
By the
Sick
way,
is
a fully clothed picture of Sick. Nobody knew where that picture came from. In my opinion, I would have just stuck with the hypocrisy angle. J-Stock can easily talk around your points because he's super simple. It's super simple to dismiss feels. I mean, for a guy who feels so much on a daily basis for 12 hours every day when he streams, I don't think he has any right to criticize me for my feelings, okay? And especially for a guy who dated a woman who made her feelings everybody else's fucking problem as well. Okay? Let's be real about it. Cherry made her feelings about things everybody fucking else's problem. So, yeah, I mean, come at me if you want about my feelings, but if you're gonna send me gore, yeah, I'm gonna put you on blast. The Sick post was based. Me and Beckett were in call when you did it and laughed our asses off. Literally, the dude is fully clothed in it, and people are going around saying I'm leaking his like revenge porn or some shit. A fully clothed picture of him? Really?
so much worse than what Substance did to her. It's like they're not even in the same ballpark.
By the way,
Exactly.
don't forget, Sick is deranged as fuck. Sick was the one who was saying that Lav was like giving a blowjob to her female dog, by the way. Insane.
Totally fucking.
Really?
It's totally
Not even in the same ballpark. Okay. Wait, okay, which part of what I did to Sick?
fucking insane and disgusting that she'll bring this up. What did she do again? She used as a dunk on Sick the fact that he was molested as a kid, and then
Oh, right. The fact that he was molested as a kid and that he raped his sister. Right. Okay. Why did you get drunk on stream 3 separate times in a row and tell us that? And by the way, you know what? I'll say this. Let's hear J-Stock talk a little bit more
the
about
fact that
this.
he-
Okay, you want to go that far? What did Cherry use as a dunk on Kelly? Cherry used Kelly's medical condition to dunk on her. A medical condition that is deeply painful for Kelly.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, do we want to go there? Yeah, I used
Yeah,
the
go
Six
there.
thing. What did Six say
Yeah, go
about
there.
me?
Wait, go
Implied
there.
that I...
'Cause she's gonna say it was about the vaginismus, and it wasn't at all. I think Cherry said something about white women self-victimizing or some shit. It was like a vague
But
comment.
it
that
was
barely even on the level.
very... No, it was directed at Kelly having vaginismus. It was direct because she was like, oh, Kelly's always being so... being a bitch when, you know, when she goes to this doctor's appointment. And why does she always act that way? And Kelly's like, well, because I have this medical condition. And then they got into a big fight about it. And then, you know, she was just using her medical condition against her. By the way, let's well, you'll see, okay?
Dude, it was about Kelly like basically faking an illness, not get on stream
I
or
was
something.
taking money for my fucking videos. If you're gonna tell a lie about me, I will tell a truth about you. I will tell a truth about you. Yeah, and you know what? Sick deserved it, okay? I'm sorry, he did. And you wanna come at me for using that against him, whatever, right? Let's not forget that Queeman himself, back in the day, took a clip of Sick talking about his childhood sexual abuse, sent it to Lav for the hee-hee-ha-has, and got the reaction that he wanted, right? Because Lav used it against Sick, okay? So, your best buddy, your best friend, J-Stock, all right? We can talk all we want about, oh, it's so mean of Stardust. It's so mean of her to use that against Sick. Sick has gone below the belt. He is incredibly deranged. He was hijacking every Twitter post of mine to make a fucking jab at NSE or a jab at whoever else, or just a jab at me and lying about me, lying on my fucking name. Lied about Lav, again, sucking off a dog, and the dog isn't even the dog doesn't have a penis. It's a female dog, okay? As much as some of you guys hate Lav, like, let's be real here. That is a pretty nasty lie to make up about somebody. So, yeah, you could come at me for, you know, whatever, weaponizing that against Sick. Okay, but Sick has done equally, if not more, deranged things. And why are you going and getting drunk and telling us about how you resent your sister and you resent your family because they're still mad at you for assaulting your sister? Your sister can't help that she's still resentful about you assaulting her. I'm not blaming, I literally said this to Sick. I said to Sick, I am not blaming you for being assaulted. I am not blaming you or your sister for being victims. What I am finding very strange about this is that you resent your sister to this day for feelings that she cannot control. Yes, you didn't choose to be assaulted, but she didn't choose to be assaulted either, and she cannot help it that she feels the way that she does and that she is resentful of you. So why are you, as a grown man who understands this deep, complex issue, harboring resentment towards your sister when you know you did her wrong? Even though that you did her wrong and it was a reaction of what you went through, you should know well enough that your sister can't help it. So, yeah. And then also, again, Queeman, back in the day, I think it was Queeman, took a clip of Sick drunkenly explaining that, his childhood sex abuse story and sent it to Lav, okay? Queeman himself did that. And he thought it was hee hee ha ha so funny. And he thought it was so funny that Lav used it against Sick. It turned into a whole thing and blew up, you know? So, yeah, I mean, sure, come at me if you want to, but you've got people in your camp who've done way worse, okay? That, like, even if you look at my arguments with Sick back then, I specifically say to Sick that I am not blaming you for what you went through as a child. I am not. But I do think it's kind of weird that you have this resentment for your sister. And whenever I see you online being being nasty with somebody, you're being nasty with a woman, okay? And maybe there's some unresolved shit there.
Wait, she giga chatting the fact that she used this guy's like sexual trauma as a child against him? So hold on. Yeah, I also don't even understand why would that be relevant. I literally don't understand why that would be relevant at all. What does that have to do with anything? Wait, what does that have to do with fucking anything?
On Kelly?
Why? Where's Sherry? You're the person who goes after Sherry. She's not here. How is this helping? Why are you bringing that up? Oh, whoops,
Is
muted.
deeply painful for Kelly. Because you brought up that I've gone below the belt. So I'm responding to you. If I've gone below the belt, yeah, sure, I have gone below the belt. A few times. In comparison to the people in your sphere, oh, it is nothing. It is nothing. Inconsistent, hypocritical fucks.
Also, just to be clear, I'm not the one saying, oh, you have to be nicer to everybody. Where am I saying that?
I certainly haven't said that either. I certainly haven't said that either. But I have said, if you send me gore, I'm going to be fucking deranged about it. So, yeah. Go there? Yeah, I used the Sick's thing. What did Sick say about me? Implied that I was taking money for my fucking videos. If you're going to tell a lie about me, I will.
Actually, Sick implied that I took money for like my videos, and so I made fun of him for his childhood sexual trauma.
Yes. Not quite in that way, but yes. I made fun of him for taking, basically still being very resentful of his sister. That's what it sounded like when he was drunk and he was talking about it. You sound like you're mad at your sister, okay? So, you're talking to someone who's using a dumb wizard avatar because he's too much of a coward to show his face. Again, I'm sure the chafing, the chin to neck chafing is rough, okay? I'm sure it doesn't look great, but they make solutions for that now. There's like literally anti-friction sticks you can get at the grocery store, in the deodorant aisle, okay? Your fat fucking second chin rubbing against your neck. Who knew don't send me images of a brutally slaughtered animal guts is a humongous ask? Well, to be fair, it wasn't guts, but don't send me images of a brutally slaughtered animal. That is quite, it has quite a few racial undertones to it. You know what you're doing with it. You do. You know what you're doing. There is no fucking way. Like, the only thing that's substance new about me is that I'm a content creator, that I'm Indian, and he went and he found what he thought would be the most upsetting to me. Well, congratulations. You won. You won, you upset me, and I'm going to be deranged about it. Yeah, so.
He kind of implied that I might take money to put ideas on the internet, and so I was like, you were molested and then molested your sister when you were like 10. Loser. Amazing. Stardust is amazing. Dude, why does she keep
I
reacting?
am.
What is her
I'm
problem?
so
Why does she keep
based.
reacting?
I am so based.
She doesn't know. I think so. This is a whole thing where Brianna Wu is approaching people, Kozer, to write like a hit piece on Frogan. Apparently, that was leaked, and then people thought because Stardust made a Frogan hit piece around that time that she took money for it. I think people were saying that.
Yeah, and what you want to know what happened with the actual thing that happened is that I made my hit piece on Frogan. I don't think Brianna got the idea to do that until after she saw my hit piece. Like, she didn't realize how much was there, which also I think is hilarious. Okay, like, nothing against Brianna, but like the fact that I made the hit piece on Frogan, and then you went and approached other people to pay them money instead of me. So, but
Right.
tell the truth about you. I will tell the truth about you.
Molested,
It's
I
not a
think
hit piece if it's
specific.
true, yeah.
And it was basically that Sick was himself molested as a kid, and as
I'm
people
going to
know,
fast
if you
forward
get-
through this. I think I've already explained this, and it's just going to be too long.
This retarded. I need to think of. I need something that's just not going to hit this retarded person. Okay, I'm trying not to give her any of her stupid fucking outs.
You can say what you want to say. I mean, like, I've seen your chat, the way they talk about me, okay, before this, and you haven't seen me complaining about it. Again, the only time I brought this and I acted deranged about it is when there was gore sent to me. So
This retard is asking for empathy while consistently explaining why she doesn't have to give any empathy to anybody else. It is way too personal to you guys. We could just all call each other racial slurs. No, hold on. Somebody sent her like a dead cow because she was being a bitch, and she's
okay, yeah. There's a difference between, again, I've seen what your chat says about me. I've seen what your community says about me. You haven't seen me like make a bunch of noise about that. Okay? I think for the amount of shit that I get online, that I actually take everything on the chin, I roll with the punches. Okay? People drag me through the mud all the time, and I just roll with it. Okay? I think I'm allowed one time to make a big deal about something. I think I'm allowed that at this point.
like, "Oh, gore is actually the worst thing that's ever." Like, I was totally rattled. This hurt my heart. It's like, bro, I've heard Ethan Ralph talking about you flashing your pussy flaps on stream. I've heard this rant
Yeah.
from him.
And that was not cow gore. That was not the desecration of a cultural symbol for me. And also, Ethan Ralph is a felon and not, like, Ethan Ralph is not a progressive.
How mad were you about that? Did you go and stream with him ever again after that? Like, what are we comparing this
Oh.
to?
I don't know what to say.
She's acting like her culture is this deeply important, deeply, like, ingrained thing that she has to protect.
Yes.
And it's like, bitch, we saw
It is. It is my culture is important to my identity. Yeah. You don't get to call yourself a progressive and run around in progressive circles with progressive creators when you say shit like that. I'm gonna get your favorite streamer daddy to say that it's wrong.
you on the kill stream. We saw you be like the pick-me minority that constantly racially demeaned. Why are you acting like your culture is
Yeah, we're constantly racially demeaned. But I debated people, and I got what I wanted out of that. I found that a very fulfilling experience. But again, I knew what I was expecting there. I'm not expecting kill stream, no offense, but low IQ kill stream people. Significantly lower IQ than J-Stock's audience, to be fair. But, you know, I'm not expecting them to, like, particularly have the most, you know, nuanced or most sophisticated insults of me. Of course they're racist. They brought me on because of my race. What? Of course I expected that. I'm not expecting to receive gore on Christmas Eve from a progressive. I'm sorry. From somebody in Pisco's audience.
really important to you.
And somebody in
You're
your
perfectly happy to use
audience.
your culture to get on like streams and shit that you never would have gotten on otherwise, right? Just to be the person who's racially demeaned and denigrated.
Like, I mean, these are words. We exchange words, okay? That's what we do. Yeah, words are, and I think words, that also is another thing. Words are different from violent images. J-Stock doing everything to excuse the behavior of someone he likes per usual. Had no idea you were involved like this. Hell yeah. Hi, Jackals. How's it going? Nice to see you. Yeah, no, it's just, again, like, words are words. Sending me violent images, sending a woman violent images, a man sending a woman violent images has its own connotation. Sending me racially targeted violent images, racially targeted gore is a next level offense. I am going to be a deranged psycho about it. Yes, I will. You need to face consequences for this. I am not letting it slide. Token Indian for neo-Nazis. As if I wasn't there debating people on the kill stream. As if I wasn't there debating people and literally, like, making them mad, getting them triggered. That was... You have to understand, the dynamics in those spaces for men and women is different. They talk about, like, J-Stock's like, oh, you're there to be racially denigrated, whatever. I'm sorry, you go on the kill stream, their goal is to make you have a reaction. The only way you win in those spaces is by not having a reaction. Men can get away with getting, you know, loud and, you know, crazy on the kill stream. Women cannot. As the moment that you were being loud and that you were being, you know, outrageous and yelling at people, you are now the triggered SJW, you're the triggered feminist, you're the triggered minority woman, and you have lost the debate. You just have. So the rules are different. And yeah, again, I expected it from the kill stream audience, but again, this dude is fucking running around in progressive spaces while sending me racially targeted gore. Yeah, we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have an issue. A progressive doing this, not okay. I will take it. I will make sure you're on blast. Out of curiosity, why bother with an environment like that? Because it was fun. Because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed arguing with these people. I enjoyed the blood sports. I enjoyed this one guy getting really mad at me because he was saying that there's a stupid guy who was trying to say that, like, oh, white people have their own unique culture. And I was like, what, you know, white people by blood somehow have this unique culture. And I asked him what is in common between Italians and English people and Germans, and what's so in common with all these people, by the way, who were warring for thousands of years up until recent history. What's so unique in their blood? What makes them different from all these other races? And he's like, well, they have pet dogs. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? He legit could not come up with an answer. So, but yeah, I mean, there are plenty of funny moments like that for me. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. Just, you know, these people aren't very smart. And I think there was something that I was also kind of like in my own head doing for myself going to those spaces, you know? I loved triggering and rage baiting them. Yeah, it was so much fun. Because, you know, you go into those spaces, they expect you to be the triggered one, and then you end up getting them upset, you know? Like the guy legit could not explain to me. Oh, FG, I forgot about the dog's answer. I was dying. Yeah, there's a dog answer. Then there was the guy who was like, well, you know, black people are more violent than white people. And I was like, okay, but also, you know, men are significantly more violent than women. And then he was like, well, men are going to be more violent than women because that's being a man. And I'm like, okay, well, are you saying to me that black people, like black men, are more men than white men are? And he got really mad at me for that one. He got really upset about that. So, you know, I mean, there are little things. I had a lot of fun with those spaces. Definitely, you know, I don't know. It was fun for me. I like memeing up because they get upset over really stupid things, you know? But anyways, oh my god, he got so mad at me for that one. But yeah, I wouldn't expect somebody like J-Stock to understand why I did those things or why I went into those spaces or why I enjoyed it so much. And it was kind of like a thing, you kind of have to have a taste for it, right? I definitely had some moderators who were pretty traumatized by those spaces. But yeah, I mean, it just is what it is, you know? And I think I got some street cred from it as well, so, you know. But yeah, I wouldn't expect J-Stock to understand that. I wouldn't expect him to understand why I did those things. I also wouldn't expect him, since he is so incredibly hypocritical, and he is just so incredibly inconsistent in all of his stances. He can't hold a single stance a consistent single stance for his fucking life, and he is so fucking low IQ that he makes my own points for me several times in this stream, by the way. That he can't understand where the line is with gore versus people saying mean things about you on the internet. That gore is meant to evoke a reaction, a deeper reaction out of you than anything somebody can physically say to you, like with the exception of somebody threatening you, right?
And now she's trying to make it about gore when nobody gives a fuck about this. It's, by the way, it's animal gore, which is gross. But I don't know why we pretend that you're, like, scarred for life. Hold on. This woman watch any of the October 7th videos? Those are way worse, aren't they?
Terry said horrible shit to people. Chat, are we still here? Anyways, so yeah, I saw the October 7th videos. I actually made a point of seeing as much as I could because I saw so many people denying what was happening. But again, that's very different. Like when somebody sends you gore, they are trying to shock you. They're trying to shock your nervous system. That is the point of it. There is a point of sending gore to somebody that you dislike, that you're acting very venomously towards. There's a point to that. I know what I'm getting into when I'm reading a news article. I know what I'm getting into when I am reviewing footage from war zones. I know what I'm getting into. But when somebody is in a vitriolic exchange with you and they are you know, they're already calling you names, right? And they are a progressive. They're supposed to be on your side. They're supposed to be against racism. They're supposed to be against sexism. And they send you gore. They're trying to evoke something inside you, okay? I don't understand how he has trouble understanding this. Obviously, this is not all the same, right? We know what we're walking into when we look at the news. We know that there are content warnings. We know that there are content warnings around the October 7th, coverage, right? Or over the Ukraine coverage, there's content warnings. I'm sure Jason... And also, like, you know, even with what Substance sent to me, like, there wasn't a content warning on that when I first, like, opened it. You know, it took a while for the content warning to get there.
And so this all started, Kozer, I'm glad you're here. This all started because Stardust decided to hop on a panel and she put together a PowerPoint presentation for Pisco, guy who's like a left-wing debater, to say, this guy sent me a picture of a dead cow and I think you should time him out from your Discord for a week. It's supposed to be Pisco arguing about politics. She put together a PowerPoint and went to this thing and explained how the cow is sacred to Indian people and how actually this person who sent her a cow sent on Twitter was really mean and he needs to be banned from your Discord for a week. He should be banned from your Discord for a week.
Well, okay, but
you understand that
you admitted that a week is nothing, right? But you somehow don't understand the concept that this was a little bit, like, more about calling this guy out on a public platform and getting his favorite streamer to call him out. Yeah, and it's, again, there's a difference between me looking at a news article and seeing, you know, violent images and knowing I'm about to see war footage or war images, and somebody, a progressive, sending me racially targeted gore. There is a huge difference. Right? This person is trying to scare you. They are trying to scare you. They are trying to upset you. And it's funny because for all the time that these guys have said whatever they want about me and I haven't been upset about it, they'll act like I'm upset. The one time where I'm like, okay, you win. You upset me. This image upset me. He doesn't believe me. He doesn't believe that it upset me. Like, you can't win with these people.
We're criticizing.
You know, it is. I'm sorry. It's the symbolization of the desecration of my culture. It is, you are not, you knew one thing about me. You knew that I was Indian and you were mad at me and you went and you found the desecrated cow to send to me, and you know that it's a symbol of my culture, you know that it's a very symbolic of a foundational concept, you are killing life itself, you know?
Here is the neuroticism it takes to do that.
Yeah, I will be neurotic. I will be neurotic. Stock said horrible shit to people. Like, people in some of these communities.
Oh, by the way, I may have laughed at somebody making a joke about it in chat and at some point, but I've explicitly gone out of my way never to weaponize Destiny's like childhood sexual trauma. So no, even somebody who I very much hate, very much like dislike, no, I've never gone out of my way to weaponize that against him. I might have laughed at a joke in chat about it.
Okay, but okay, let's be real. Let's be real about something, okay? These guys want to talk about how they've never weaponized sexual anything, right? All the people in this sphere, right? Like a significant portion of them, they talk about how they're like, oh, they're fighting, you know, they care about women being victimized. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. No. When the shit came out about Pixie, and I'm sorry, forgive me for being candid here, but when the shit came out about Pixie, these people were sitting in a Discord chat, laughing about it, making fun of her, and then when Pixie went there to tell them, you guys are making me feel suicidal about it, they made fun of her more. Like that community. They came from a community that did that shit. So you cannot, I'm sorry, you are not taking the high ground here. You are not taking the high ground here. You guys didn't give a fuck about this prior, you know? And now, even now, I'll hear about it that people are still making fun of Pixie, in JSOC's Discord, depending on how things are going. So no, you don't care about sexual trauma. You don't care about sexual abuse or whatever. You only care about things when you can use them for yourself.
Call, but it's like I will laugh about really, really insane shit in chat, unfortunately, okay? But I've gone out of my way, even though it would be convenient, to not weaponize that against him. So no, I think there are some lines, and you know, mocking somebody's childhood sexual trauma or their like life struggles because of that childhood sexual trauma, pretty weird.
Have said horrible, below the belt stuff and use like my shit against me, just like Cherry's used Kelly's shit against her and use other people's shit against them.
What is this argument? Can anyone trace the argument?
I'm sure J-Stock said horrible shit to people. Like, people.
No, Kozer, she is explicitly not Hindu.
You know, Ogre Boy, the difference here is that I'm not defending Destiny. I never have, right? But what is happening here is that you are defending a community that sent me racially targeted gore, okay? I hope you have an explanation for yourself. What this man is doing that I'm reacting to, he is defending somebody sending me racially targeted gore in response to me making a 3-word joke. So please explain yourself, Ogre Boy 6. How is it acceptable to send me racially targeted gore? How is it acceptable for a man to send a woman gore? How is it acceptable for a man to look at an Indian woman, know nothing about her except that she's Indian, and send her gore that is targeted based on her racial background? They're using every argument under the sun, Ogre Boy, to justify sending me gore that is racially targeted. So I'm just saying, these people didn't give a fuck about Pixie either, prior to her bringing a lawsuit. I'm not here to defend Destiny. I haven't talked to the guy in like 2 years. I'm here to defend myself, you know? I'm sorry, I have been getting way too much shit. And you know, like, and I've turned the other cheek enough. Gore is crossing the line for me. So people need to know, this guy's community is justifying it, and he's justifying it. So tell me, Ogre Boy, why is it acceptable to send me gore, racially targeted gore? Why is it okay? Why is that acceptable? Is racism okay because you don't like me? Racism is okay because it's me. Right? That's what it is? Again, I didn't complain about any of the racial targeting, you know, via messages, okay? When people type really nasty shit to me, I don't complain about it. I get brigaded like all the time by neo-Nazis on Twitter. And you don't see me like making a huge deal. And then when people from these communities join in on that shit, you don't see me making a big deal. My line was the gore, okay? Any other person in my position would have been reasonably concerned by it. You think that I am so subhuman, you think I am so inferior, that my culture is so inferior to you, that you are justifying the desecration of a symbolic thing from my culture. Did you or did you not start the ball rolling by mocking someone else's religion? I'm mocking somebody who backstabbed me, not necessarily their religion, but I'm mocking somebody, and I mean, really, you're a Jesus head now, Ogre Boy? Somebody also, by the way, who said horrible shit about Indian people, but specifically about H-1Bs. I remember that. She had tweeted about H-1Bs at one point, and I remember it being really fucking nasty. But no, this is a person who has backstabbed me beyond belief, who has been incredibly nasty, who has gone below the belt to multiple other people. That does not justify, you know, even if I was mean and I said, oh, diabolical rebrand TBH, a 3-word joke, by the way, Ogre Boy, that does not justify a racially targeted gore image being sent to me. 3 words? Diabolical rebrand TBH? That's my big offense, Ogre Boy. That's my big offense is diabolical rebrand TBH. That's justifying the escalation here. This is a person I had a very deep interpersonal relationship with. I have the right to be shitty on Maine about it. I wasn't mocking her trauma, and I wasn't mocking her religion. I was mocking the rebrand. You cannot act like you're pious and you're a good person with a good soul now after the way that you treated other people. Oh, it's okay to be mean. And again, you won't find me complaining about people being mean with words towards me. But yes, if you send me gore, that's crossing the line. And the guy who sent me gore had a history of being racist towards Indian people. There are several posts of him replying to people with images of Indian men as the punchline. You're just making Indian people the punchline. These communities, this circle makes Indian people the punchline all the time. They literally use a racial slur for Indian people to describe like the DGG people. However, whatever you disagree with Destiny, with his community, I feel like using Indian people as the punchline for your little feud is pretty fucking disgusting. Why the fuck would you defend like that? Really? Mean words are not the same thing as violent images. Violent images are meant to trigger a nervous system response. I'm sorry, they just are. Anyways, if you like the content, please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member. Greatly appreciate it.
This is just an insane virtue signal for I don't know what.
And some of these communities have said horrible, below the belt stuff and used like my shit against me, just like Cherry's used Kelly's shit against her and used other people's shit against them.
These people are really mean with words. Does anyone know where she's...
The only reason I'm saying that is because you're using that to me, J-Stock. He'd have a point if Star was complaining about what she dished out. Mean words aren't the same as violent images. Correct. That is my stance. That is my stance.
Going? Can anybody explain what she's trying to argue even?
In what world is it acceptable for a man to try and intimidate a woman with violent imagery? In what world is it acceptable for a man to use violent imagery to racially target somebody, a minority? In what world? It's racism. It just is.
I actually don't know what she's trying to argue. Does she understand that you're supposed to line up like premises to come to a final conclusion? Like there should be some directionality to it? You're like actually trying to make a point? What point are you trying to make? That everybody talks this way and everybody's a little unhinged in these spaces? Yeah, that's why Pisco told you to fuck off. I don't know if you realize this. That's why he told you to go kick rocks.
Pisco did not tell me to kick rocks, but okay. Pisco quite literally said it was disgusting, so. Uncultured white men don't understand that the cow is a symbol of culture even among Muslim Indians. Correct. We love it. We love it.
Because obviously this isn't a standard you would apply to anybody else. Hey. Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
these are
fair point, Carl. I would say it's bad for anybody to send anybody else gore, but I do think that there is a connotation when we're talking about men trying to intimidate women with violent imagery, right? It's so inarguably racist. He has to pivot and talk about how Star isn't Hindu, like that's all India is. Yeah, India has Christians in it. India has Catholics in it. India has Jains in it. India has Sikhs in it. India has Buddhists in it. India has Hindus in it. India has Muslims in it. India even had Jews in it for a while. It is one of the most ethnically diverse countries, like, in the world. They're just jealous you're more successful than them. You go, girl. I'm not more successful than anybody, Zog Unboxed. I have no idea what you're talking about. Ogre Boy, if you're really going to compare, boohoo, I hurt your sensitive feelings to somebody sending me gore. That is insane. That is insane, and you don't deserve to, like, interact with polite society if you don't understand why sending racially targeted gore to somebody is a complete and utter unacceptable escalation of things when somebody says, boohoo, I hurt your feelings. Substance is not Israeli. That is not correct, but... Butchered beef, the cut off head of a cow, yeah. What a wonderful equivalence. I just love to see it, like, leftists defending racism. Leftists defending, like, intimidation of women. Like, we love it. We love it. Butchered beef. What a wonderful... Yeah, that's really what it was. Portobello? I'll consider it. Maybe you can link me their stuff. It doesn't matter what you say, Star. Racists like Ogre Boy will always say you're wrong because of what you are and not what you did. Sure, we love to see it. Ogre Boy is a racist, everybody. Ogre Boy 6 is defending racism against Indian people. Defending racism against brown people. We love it. We love to see it. And not just any racism, right? Like, again, there's a significant escalation when you're going from words to sending somebody violent images. So Ogre Boy 6 is totally okay with sending racially targeted gore to people. You clearly weren't here for the rest of the stream. I'm not even going to engage with this. This is just insane. You weren't here for the rest of the stream, were you? Okay, let's resume this. Okay? Words are very different from pictures of violence. They are. They just are. I'm sorry. There is a line. I am not okay with that. That is the line for me.
Yes, yeah, use like a little kid. So it's that it's a picture of a cow. It's a cultural comment, but it's a picture of a cow. That is where the line is, apparently. Which,
I mean, why do you want to... Again, why is JStack running defense so hard for something that is, like, inarguably targeted based on my race? When the guy himself admitted that it was racially targeted. He admitted it. I'm not asking for a lot here. Again, I get so much, like, on the timeline. Every other day, I get fucking crazy brigading, okay? Just the other, like, you know, like this one, I mean, maybe I baited it a little bit, but, like, I mean, come on. 298 comments. So you want to see what the comments look like here? Like, let's just scroll down. Scroll down far enough and you'll start getting to the nasty shit, right? Like, do brown people ever stop obsessing over whites? Wall comes quick and hard for the nons. You look like you're 50. Did you bank your eggs? Yeah, let's not even, like, let Vivek Ramaswamy taking a shit, right? Yeet the jeet. You should start pooing in the loo. I mean, like, come on. Like, I get called a filthy jeet all the time. I'm not asking for a lot. Just, I'm not. Okay? I'm not. There's some good comments mixed in here, but, you know, they love to just, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for a lot.
If she'd message Pisco's mods, if she'd
So, why are you running defense so hard for somebody inarguably sending me racially targeted gore? Why?
message Pisco privately, but instead, she made a PowerPoint and went on a WIC panel to try to weaponize this.
I mean, clearly, the PowerPoint wasn't simple enough for you, J-Stock, because you still don't understand the cultural significance of the cow. Indian Muslims don't eat cows in India. Pakistani Muslims, they eat cows, but when they get their cows at their cow ranch, they still dress the cows up with little garlands. It's a whole thing. You can see Pakistani cow ranchers, or I think that's what they call them. There are YouTube channels where they have YouTube channels, and you can see when they're unloading the new cows that they got, it's like a whole thing. Everybody comes to watch. They put garlands on the cows. They put, like, dressings on the cows. In the Indian subcontinent, it doesn't matter. You know, like, it is a symbol of I don't even know how to describe it. Don't volunteer the information
Tragic.
if you're not ready to have it used against you. That's what Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another thing, right? The other day, I think I posted I made a long post about, like, Ayla posted some question about, like, people who've been estranged from their parents and then those parents died. Like, what was that like? So I made, like, a long post on that. And, like, I stand by this. I'll say, like, you know, with Sick, like, that dude got drunk on several different occasions and spilled about how he raped his sister. And the weird part was that he was still resentful of sister for being, like, scared of him, okay? I'm sorry, you like, I'm not, again, I told him, I tweeted this out, I'm not blaming you for your CSA. I do think it's weird that you've gotten drunk on multiple occasions and you sound like you're mad at your sister for something that she can't help. She's entitled to feel the way that she has. It's the same thing with, like, Cherry finding God. It's the same thing with Kelly's, you know, medical issue or whatever. Anybody who puts stuff out there on the internet, you should expect to get it weaponized against you, right? At least in the comments. But I think, again, sending people gore is just a crossing a line. It is way too easily seen as a threat by people. You're lucky that I didn't see it as a threat, because a lot of people would have seen that as a threat, because you are desecrating a cultural symbol for me. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just, like, I stand by that. I say, if you are not comfortable with your shit being used against you, don't put it out there. I stand by that, you know?
I don't think that's the real stale in
I
the
learned from you
chat.
people. Don't fall.
Okay. Okay. So she understands. She understands. Why is she opting into these things? She doesn't understand. I don't know why she's saying these
I do
things.
understand.
Is this the way it
The
is or not?
di-
You just gave people.
The difference is, like, there's a line. You are a mentally ill, deranged person to start sending people gore and racially targeted gore at
a
that.
bunch of
At
information
that,
about what
you know.
upsets you. Is that now something? Now? Now!
Yeah, no, of course. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, I can't win with these people, right? Again, I've said it before. If I tell them, okay, well, this thing didn't really upset me, right? They're like, oh, she's so upset by it. I tell you something does upset me, and you're like, oh, she's not upset by that. Okay. I can't win. I can't win.
You can't be you can't be mad it's used against you, right? You just gave people very personal information about what upsets you on Twitter. Right?
Again, if you use that against me, if you try to do that to me, I will call you out publicly. If you're gonna do racially targeted gore at me, I will call you out publicly. I'll find a way to make it really painful for you.
Volunteer the
I
information.
actually have no idea where she's going.
Nobody
man.
has this consideration for anybody. This is a standard that I'm only me is held to. Only me.
Because you're
Yeah.
trying to go hold others to that standard right now.
I'm not though,
Yes.
right?
I
I
think we all have
have never sent gore to anybody. I'm not holding I am not holding other people to that standard. I'm not holding myself to that standard where I have to be sensitive about sick shit and I have to be sensitive about cherry shit because they've never been sensitive about other people's shit. So they've never been sensitive about other people's shit. Oh, hello, did I get a raid? Thank you for the raid. Bees, hello, welcome. We're doing Reactception right now. So, okay, I do not hold, like, again, Cherry's had, you know, her fair run. She gets to target people for their personal shit all the time, right? Or she has in the past. Yeah, you know, you don't see me trying to eviscerate her for it. I just say that I'm entitled to bite back. That's all. Sick has used personal shit against people, or he'll just make up lies about people. He's deranged as fuck. I'm not saying that, you know, all I'm saying is that if they're allowed to do it, I'm allowed to go crazy, okay? I'm allowed to be as personal in my insults, right? The only thing is, when you send me racially targeted gore, I am going to call you out for it on a public platform, like I did. And, J-Stock here is trying to say that mean words are the same as sending somebody racially targeted gore, as sending a woman gore. TLDR for the B people, Star was sent racist gore, and people are defending the racism because they don't like her. We love it. J-Stock community defending some weird behavior, yeah. The fuck is this React purgatory? Yeah, well, you know, I'm in hell. Welcome. Thank you for the raid.
Opted like out of, oh, somebody like sending you an offensive picture, probably if it's not illegal, probably isn't something you should get that mad about. Or if you're going to, you just go to somebody's mods.
I'm not going to their mods. My point was, if you're gonna send me racially targeted gore, like, why the fuck would I go to somebody's mods? If you send me racially targeted gore, I will make sure to humiliate you with it publicly. And that's what I did. That's what I did. So J-Stock is like, oh, Star shouldn't have gone public, you know, confronted Pisco publicly about this. No, this is a member of his community. And what is more painful to a guy than having his favorite streamer daddy say that what he did was fucked up and unacceptable? What's more painful? You tell me. You tell me. So, yeah, this substance guy, he sent me racially targeted gore. I went on Pisco versus the world. I told Pisco what happened. Pisco's one of his favorite streamers, I guess. Pisco said it was fucked up and unacceptable. I got what I wanted, okay? J-Stock is like, oh, she should have gone to the mods. Nah. My sweet child, Pisco. Not Pisco, J-Stock. My sweet child. You have no idea. You have no idea.
So his problem is that you didn't be quiet and out of the way, so he didn't have to confront it, basically. Lamau. Yeah, basically. J-Stock is worthless, basically. Worthless piece of shit.
So it's the combination of you like virtue signaling about this and doing so on a public
Virtue
platform,
signaling.
interrupting
Again, do we need to go through my Twitter comments? Like, some days it's really fucking bad. Butchered cow heads are not but excuse me, what about that is like, I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry, a severed cow head is absolutely gore. It is racially targeted, yes. Butchered animals are in fact gore, yeah. I wouldn't even call it butchered because it's literally just a severed head. Like if you're selling, if you're sending me pictures of raw cow meat, that's a little bit different, right? If you're sending me pictures of like a butcher shop, and I'm not seeing like a severed cow head in the butcher shop, and it's just literally like pieces of steak or whatever, that's clearly a significant difference from sending somebody a severed cow head and severed cow legs that are just laying there because I'm Indian, because you know nothing else about me. It's not religion, it's a cultural thing. Yeah, there's a reason they don't put a whole cow head on display at the grocery store.
panel thing, whatever, Pisco versus the world, to bring this up, to talk to him about his Discord moderation. And then you just asked for a week ban. By the way, just in case you guys are getting a little bit bored, just wait, because when you figure out like where this goes, actually,
all good.
Okay, wait, maybe I should spoil a little bit.
No, I get
The
that
spoiler
most
is-
people, most people think of it that way, but yeah, it's significant to the culture.
Substance wrote out a very like a multi-paragraph apology for sending the picture. He literally apologizes like the same day. He says, "Oh, this is really wrong of me. I'm so."
But it's not a good apology because it's all about how he debased himself. It's not about how he hurt me. It's not about him demeaning me. It's not about him, you know, justifying this action against me. You know, he still continues to kind of just half justify it in the first apology. So yeah, of course I found it completely unacceptable. It was not a good apology. I did not accept, I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't. It's not a good apology.
Sorry, like I need to apologize because I've actually demeaned myself by sending this picture. Dude,
Hey.
trying to hold him responsible for that. You're like making. I can't wait until we get there. One second, I'm just gonna grab some water. She did also like repost material that was from Revenge Porn of Sick. Yep. I don't know.
No, it wasn't revenge porn. It was a profile picture. Not even it was like a picture of his face. And it was from one of those, like, apparently he did porn in the past. Yeah, it's a fully clothed picture of Sick, by the way. And they're trying to say I posted revenge porn of this guy when it's a fully clothed pic of him. Like, what? You know? Like, okay. Apparently it came from, like, at some point in his past he did porn or something. But, like, the picture that I posted was literally a profile picture. It was a fully clothed picture. He's wearing a shirt in it. You can't see any of his body. Like, I have no idea, you know? So. But, I mean, it's not, it's literally the dude did porn in the past, apparently, so. Like, and that's not even a picture that's, like, that, like, little, him being fully clothed, like that picture's been floating around forever. Like, not even, like, it's not even new, you know? A fully clothed picture. Okay. Yeah, we love it. I can keep saying it's like revenge porn or whatever. That was no. Like the people I have talked to who have fast forward it, yeah. But
It was
basically,
released.
I mean,
That was
I've
definitionally
had
revenge porn, okay? We know that, right?
I've had like I've had like gay friends who were like, no, that is not. I have gay friends who've told me like, no, that dude did porn. Like that's very bizarre that, you know, that they would claim that, you know? So Why did you use it as your PFP though? Because I thought it was funny to use it as my PFP. That's why. Then I didn't realize I was going to lock it as my PFP for like 6 hours. So.
We have to know that. We do. Right?
Of him. I put my avatar, the picture that I posted was a fully clothed picture of him.
I think I say the avatar in just a
Like,
second.
what?
I think something like that. Gummy Burst, thank you very much for the sub. Another hour on the stream. Let's go. But it's
Do I have
crazy
to
to
do
do
avatar?
virtue signal about this. You're like more frog.
It's totally a virtue signal that I don't appreciate violence.
When she's done something so much worse, like in very
So
recent
much
memory,
worse.
that just
So much worse. So much worse. And very recent memory, I've got a fat voice because I'm fat. Based.
and remotely under. And
Very
by the way,
based by
she
me.
immediately backed off. She was like immediately like,
Oh,
trying to pretend she
no.
didn't do it. When she like after it's her. So first she doubled down, if I remember correctly. I
Like, I didn't know what website it was from. I just know that it was from him doing porn.
think first she doubled down on. If she wants to go like running, I'd go run with her. Compare 5K times. I'm fine with that. Fucking with him. And then she started getting people like pointing out how fucked it was for her to do this. And then she like
No, I stand by what I did. I stand by what I did. If you're gonna tell a fucking lie about me, I will tell truths about you. Yeah. If you're I gonna stand tell by it.
Okay.
I stand by it. I don't really give a
But I won't.
fuck about this.
so call him like ugly or something.
Like
about it now.
they
could easily-
literally have no place to stand on this one. I'm sorry, they just don't. I don't give a fuck about this argument. I do
make fun of
not.
it. Like that's not even a problem, dude. That's not a problem. The real problem is that you're now trying to say like, oh, actually, like don't be mean to me.
That would speak.
Or Indian culture, rather. Indian culture is really important to me. When you guys mock it, and when you guys mock it with gore, it's so crazy. Important to me. Token minority to be demeaned and denigrated for white supremacists. The
Okay, again, this is a thing. Like J-Stock like has no idea about my history. Like he's saying that I went on these shows to be the token minority to be denigrated. I went on these shows because I liked arguing with them, right? I'm sorry that I didn't yell at them the way that you would have yelled at them, but you're a man. You can go into those spaces and get away with that. As a woman, I cannot do that. You go into a far right space and you start yelling as a woman, you are now like you're the triggered SJW. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. It's just the way that it is. You know, like I enjoyed arguing with these people, but to characterize it that way is just insane. Insane.
internet over for years, and now you've come back and gone, actually, internet culture is really important to me. And sorry, internet culture, Indian culture rather. Indian culture is really important to me. When you guys mock it, and when you guys mock it with gore, it's so.
No, okay, again, like, if I were upset by the mocking of Indian culture, I wouldn't be able to live on Twitter, like, you know? Like, I literally have dealt with so much harassment over the years, over my background, over my ethnic background, over my culture, over what's, like, important to me. And, again, you can go to my, like, my shit, and you'll find I get like brigaded pretty frequently by neo-Nazis. You don't see me like freaking out about it, okay? Mean comments are mean comments. Mean memes are mean memes, right? The line is gore because gore is meant to trigger a nervous response in you. And gore can be like, gore is just an objectively fucked up thing to send to somebody. It just is. By the way, yes, thank you for the raid. Please consider liking the stream. To be fair, far-right women do yell quite a bit. I don't think they're allowed to yell in the presence of the men as easily, though. I'm sorry. No, the second apology was okay. The second apology was okay from Substance. I've talked to Substance. The only reason I'm reacting to this right now is because I didn't finish reacting to it on Tuesday of last week, so yeah.
Crazy. I can't even imagine it. Dude, fuck off.
Culturally.
If she wanted to just stick on the gore thing, okay? She just wanted to stick on the gore, I would get it, okay?
No, I mean, I did stick on the gore, right? I did stick on the gore. The only person who's not sticking on the gore is J-Stock, right? He has to jump around every little thing. Well, Stardust did this, Stardust said that, Stardust did this. That's why it's okay to send this to her, right? I've never sent gore to anybody in my life. I haven't. There's no equivalent. I haven't done that.
Does J-Stock not defend this anymore then? I have no idea what his current... I have no idea what his current stance is on this. I just think... Yeah, I'm sorry, I just... Insane.
I would get it. But when she tries to go to the cultural thing and pretend that that's like actually her sacred cow, all right? It's just goofy, man.
No.
You look goofy.
It's just so strange to me because, again, when I'm not upset about things that they say that I'm upset. When I say that I am upset about something, I say, congratulations, you made me upset, you won. And this is how I'm going to react to it. Then, like, then it's like, oh, she's pretending. Like, what? Like, didn't J-Stock literally say not to send you gore in this exact stream? Yeah, he says to not send me gore in this, to his credit. But at the same time, like, I don't know why he's going, like, bending over backwards to defend this action against me. It's just so insane. It's just so insane. Gaslighting someone about how upset they are after you've attempted to upset them. Yeah, it's moronic behavior. It is. You're right. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking sitting by anymore. I'm just
Deleted
not.
the tweets and backed off of it.
I didn't back off. Maybe I deleted the tweets. I don't know, but I don't remember. You know, that would be great, J-Stock. I'm willing to have you on stream tomorrow to speak about this. It would be great, J-Stock, but one, you kicked me out of your server. Two, I already communicated to you months ago that if we're going to ever have a talk, it would be one-on-one in a private voice call. You were unwilling to do that, by the way. So I don't know why I should lend you any charitability at this point. I think you're a fucking loser, and I think you want to justify anything that gets sent or done to me because you hate me, and you think you can get away with it. Like, no, I'm not doing it with you. You kicked me out of your server. Not that I would ever have joined your fucking voice call in your stupid fucking jerk-off server anyways, right? Where all of you and your buddies get together in the voice chat and jerk off together. I'm sorry. I'm not interested. You had a chance to talk to me one-on-one months and months ago. You didn't want to do it. So why should I do that with you now? Why? But I changed my profile picture to a image I don't recall this yay-s talk. If that's something that happened, I certainly don't recall it, because I don't even remember what was happening a few weeks ago, so. Give me content on air, please, yeah. Oh, please, give me content. Of him, he has a shirt on. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know what website it came from, but I do know that he did porn in the past. And for a guy that wants to, like, fucking, go after everybody else and their moral failings, maybe you should look inwards to yourself.
Doing porn a moral failing? Or is she talking
Maybe you
about
should look
me?
inwards to yourself. Yeah, I stand by what I said. I stand by what I said.
I can't tell who she's talking about.
So yeah,
here.
I
Sick or
mean-
me?
Yeah, tell a lie about me. I'll tell the truth about you.
Oh, hold on. It was gay porn, Take End. It was gay porn. Or wait, it was porn of him. Maybe not gay porn. I assume it was gay porn. Wait, I actually don't know that it was gay porn. I just said that. I just said that because I assumed Take End would go like, oh, actually, that's not a crime anymore. Sorry. I was trying to tap into misandry, and I actually, I made something up that's not.
Did you say to look... Okay, very funny. Never hold hands. Someone who followed the Destiny sphere years ago, I feel like a former Destiny orbiter should take pause when they have an opinion on the topic of public decency, like this is a decency issue. I would say, yeah, generally sending gore to people is not a decent thing to do. I still can't get over how it's so blatantly racist. He has to pivot with, she's not even Hindu, like they're the only people in India. Yeah, not that there are tons of different religions in India, and even classifying Hinduism as itself as one religion is even inaccurate because it's like a whole school of philosophies, right? Or not school, but it's like a whole umbrella that has multiple schools of philosophies underneath it, right? So, and multiple subsects of that religion, right? And even some of the Muslim sects in India have taken a lot from Hinduism, right? Like Ismailism, which I'm like half Ismaili, or maybe a quarter, I don't know. I identify with the Ismaili Muslims more. They have taken a lot from Hindu culture and Hindu philosophy.
So I mean, even Sunni Muslims in India will say that they have, you know, that Hindu culture has influenced them. So it's just like it's just insane. Like the ignorance here, you know, the ignorance here. Again, Muslims in India don't eat cows. They don't slaughter cows. You will get lynched if you do that in India. Yes, please like the stream. Thank you.
Not even necessarily true. But yeah, all porn is bad. Never mind. I thought I could tap into Miss Andrew there.
Tell the truth about you.
But yes, she basically, I think Sick was criticizing.
I mean, I think Sick would, Sick had a lot of heat for, you know, people who were, you know, promiscuous or promiscuous looking, right? So he saw Indian, thought cow. It's not that deep. It's basic grade school racism. Yeah.
Retarded fucking point. He wasn't saying I'm a bad person and you have to let it go because I was molested. He didn't say that. What happened was he said, I think you took money to make your Frogan video or some
I'm sorry, but Sick is somebody who runs away with lies. The moment he starts to lie about me, of course I'm gonna fucking nip it in the bud, right? What did he do with Lav for years? He kept implying that, like, she, you know, gave a blowjob to her fucking dog, right? Her female dog. I'm not about to watch what Sick did with other people, the way that he spun lies and made them, like, community memes, and let him get away with doing that with me. I'm just not.
shit, okay? And you went, yeah.
So yeah, if I have to be really mean about it, if I have to be really mean about the fact that he is still resentful of his family and of his sister for being scared of him, which is weird to me, then yeah, I'm gonna have to be mean, you know? I told him on Twitter a couple of times already during that whole interaction. Nobody wants to acknowledge it, but I told him on Twitter, I'm not blaming you for being a victim of CSA. I'm not blaming your sister for being a victim of CSA. What I do blame you for is getting drunk several times on stream and confessing that you are resentful of your sister for being scared of you and having weird, you know, having like, you know, apprehension about you because of what you did to her. She can't help it. Just like you can't help it, but she can't help it either, you know? So...
Huh? Bro,
you know, as much as you hate Lav, like, she didn't deserve to have that lie spread about her dog, you know? That's pretty fucking gross. To get drunk and tell this story like 3 different fucking times. I don't care about this. I'm just gonna fast forward. He just wants to harp on the Sick thing, and I just don't care.
She needs the energy of morale, okay? She needs the energy of morale here, okay? Hold on, can I find the soundboard? Hold on. If she could bring the morale energy, maybe this would be acceptable. To not be like misogynist here. I need something. I need something else. I need a word. Can we get some standard words? My vocabulary is failing me. Okay, I keep reaching for misogynist. Like, mocked and deroged in your chat to give it the appearance of some activity, then to things. She's not that dumb. And so she's literally talking to this person because she's so lonely, she's so unfunny, she's so unwatchable that that's the best she can do. She can have a troll.
Damn, he is really upset
in there who's like trying to get a rise out of her.
It couldn't possibly be that I enjoy going back and forth with my chat, right? Like, oh no. Maybe for J-Stock, since he has got a bunch of sycophantic fans who worship him and suck every, like they suck from his, like, deformed, tiny little peeper, like, anything that he gives to them, and his friends do it too. Maybe this is unusual for him to engage with people who disagree with you, but it's not unusual for me. So...
It's just sad to watch, man.
Just don't volunteer it.
This is roughly when it happened. Maybe. Well, everyone kind of made fun of him.
And don't live in the past, you know.
First, when they didn't know the story, but she went off. I think he leaked something about Erudite or something. He leaked his DMs with Erudite or something. She really didn't like that.
It wasn't about Erudite. What I was doing.
Wait, it was about Erudite though. It started. it was a Glam avatar. Yes, it started as an Erudite thing.
Oh my god, this is so boring. It's so boring. It's so boring. He kept responding to it was Sick responding to all my tweets, trying to, like, hijack them to get at other people, and I didn't like that. I found it really fucking weird. I was not paid by Brianna Wu to do my fucking video. Yeah, I didn't like that. Came up with that video. That was my
I could have sworn this is downstream of a conversation you guys were having about some Erudite leaks. Am I crazy? Like, maybe they started fighting at a different point? but I could have sworn that there was an erudite, a set of, like, Sick was leaking his erudite messages. That was connected somehow. Where am I?
Oh, he
Somebody
did
explain
leak
to me
his,
where I'm
yeah, he
missing.
leaked his erudite
I'm missing something,
messages
but I
for
don't know where
sure.
it is.
I don't remember what it was about though. I think it was that important to me, honestly. I did think it was weird though that he dumped all his fucking erudite leaks with me. Like, why? Why do I fucking care about this? Like, bro, I'm not involved in you and erudite shit, okay? Like, what? I did think that Frogan was acting anti-Semitic, yeah. But I was not paid for that fucking video. And if you're gonna imply that, like, I'm somehow funded by external sources, and I know that you're not gonna face any repercussions for just blatantly lying about me, because none of you guys do, yeah, I will hit you back with the truth. Don't volunteer your shit. You use my shit against me.
So again, Stick didn't bring it up, right? And he's consistently talking. Oh, just as justify
so
anything.
Boring. So
I'm sure a lot of people
boring.
didn't. Stick being mocked for his childhood sexual abuse is not like a words.
So boring.
Well,
So
it's not called-
boring.
Because obviously she's not talking about her deep connection to her Indian past when she was literally the pick-me minority for the kill stream and every white supremacist that existed online for years.
Take me, minority. Yeah, no, I didn't go there to argue with them at all. That wasn't something that happened at all. Yeah, wow. Wasn't there to argue. That wasn't a thing that I was doing. Yeah.
That sat there while they denigrated and demeaned her.
No, it wasn't just sitting there. Again, it was like there's a back and forth. But again, J-Stock wouldn't understand the dynamics there, right? As a woman, like, the rules do not apply the same way in those spaces. So. Do you regret the Richard Spencer stuff? Not really. I don't have a lot of my old stuff up right now because just I have to sort through my stuff and really see. I wanted to change my old main channel into a video essay channel primarily, and then obviously this channel will be the new live channel. I have to go through my stuff and kind of like sort through what I want to put up and what parts of it I want to put up, but I don't regret it for sure. I don't regret it for sure. You know, I was a curious person. I still am fascinated by that space and why they think the way that they do. And you get a lot further in those spaces as a woman by not being like the triggered SJW there. And unfortunately, that does mean you have to be polite to people who probably are not deserving of your politeness, you know, but you get through to people and then you're able to interview more people and talk to them. And they're the ones who end up looking like an asshole. And I've won over a lot of people that way too, right? But obviously in these spaces, it's very different. Like the standards are different, right? In a lefty space or in a more moderate space, it's like, why aren't you screaming and yelling at people? But it doesn't work that way. So yeah. I remember you fighting back always. Oh, thank you, Bucket for Christ. That's so kind of you. And yeah, I got to rage bait people while being like completely calm as well. That is another thing, Kay. That, yeah, that was a point. She went there to rage bait the rage baiters and trigger them chunking on their beliefs. Yeah, you know, despite being pretty calm there, like, yeah, I did rage bait quite a few people and I got quite a few dudes to lose their shit, you know? So I do not regret my time doing that. I had a lot of fun doing it. Yeah. I'm confused about the CSA/sister narrative. Who is this about? This is about this guy Sick. It's just nuts. Like he yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. It's just so stupid. That was my favorite. Yeah. I had a lot of good time. A lot of good times doing that. I learned a lot. It was like a symbolic thing for me. But yeah, it's different. People saying mean things to you is very different from somebody escalating and sending you gore that is racially targeted. And for as horrible as some of those spaces were, for, you know, how horribly some of them talked to me or treated me, and, you know, I've been sent horrible, you know, pictures, but they weren't gore, right? So, yeah, I think that's a different escalation. It is directly meant to shock your system. It's meant to
create a visceral physical reaction. It is in a sense like a pseudo physical attack, you know? So yeah. You know, sending women violent images to intimidate them, to scare them, and sending them racially targeted images to intimidate them and scare them. Yeah, it's different. It's an escalation.
Repeatedly, over and over again. And then she goes, actually, I have a long history of like a strong commitment to my Indian and Hindu, you know, cultural roots. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I do, though.
Why are you just lying?
Like, again, you wouldn't know this, right? This is a ignorant white guy talking about Indian culture. You don't know shit about it. You don't know how Hinduism, or how even before like all of this, like you don't understand how Indian culture as a whole influenced and has affected the ideology of Indian people regardless of their religious background. You just don't know. You're just ignorant, you know? So yeah, and again, like Ismailis are a great example of a sect of Islam that is pretty prominent in India, and you know, like more than half my family is, and very, you know, it took a lot of influence from Islam, you know? Even if you look at the history of India, when the Mughals were the rulers of India, the Mughals were Muslim, but a lot of them, a huge amount of Mughals, had Hindu gurus, despite being Muslim. So, and even you can read John Kay's book about this, about Indian history. You know, back in Mughal times even, there was a lot more cross-religious mixing. So Muslims and Hindus, often there was a lot of intermixing. The average person wasn't that educated. People would go to each other's like places of worship all the time. There are historical sites and religious sites in India that are religious to both Muslims and Hindus. I would not expect a ignorant white guy to understand this. Man, you guys, just wild. Okay. Anyways.
What am I supposed to do?
Now, of course, you wouldn't feel that way. Of course. Also, you're a man. You guys send sick shit to each other all the time. Women don't do that to each other.
Bro, this is like a very pathetic display. Like I have like the worst barometer for how there's so many. Yeah, I know. Hop on the stream straight, right? If you want. Dude, there's so many. I just don't get it.
I don't know how
but also,
Straight Raid gets to like hang out there when she's arguably one of the biggest backstabbers of Pixie, by the way. I just don't understand it. And she's become really fucking nasty. I've seen some of the shit that she types. She's like a horribly nasty person. It's incredible, really.
Say, I have like such a high bar for where I want to get into like arguments with people. Like unless I really want to analyze something or try to be correct, I don't even bother talking to other people or analyze it. Like, right? And then she comes over here and she's like talking. She's just saying the dumbest thing. She's going bar for bar, being a complete retard. Like just over and over again, saying the dumbest shit.
You're calling me the retard when you are the low IQ idiot who, one, couldn't understand my fucking PowerPoint, two, thought it took me like an hour to put together a PowerPoint that takes 10 minutes. I'm sorry, are you developmentally disabled that you can't put together a PowerPoint in 10 minutes? Three, that you don't even know the history of India. You don't know the history of how Muslim Mughals had Hindu gurus, how there's like all this interreligious mixing over like in the past of India. It's only really become much more segmented recently. You don't understand that there are holy religious sites in India that are holy for not just Hindus, for both Muslims and Hindus, right? And also not just Muslim and Hindus, for Buddhists too, for other religions in that country. You don't know shit, and you're calling me the low IQ one? Don't fucking talk to me about what I'm allowed to be offended by, what I'm allowed to be disturbed by, when you don't know shit about it. Unbelievable, you know? Of course, you wouldn't feel that way. Of course, also, you're a man. You guys send sick shit to each other all the time. And that's just objectively true. I've seen what you guys send to each other. You guys are sick, okay? You guys are really fucking weird. I don't go looking for...
Bro. Do not look at your significant other's close female friend group chat, okay? Do not. Wait, hold on. I'm trying not to be racist because she's doing this whole anti-Indian racism thing. I'm holding it back a lot on the anti-Indian. I also feel bad for anti-Indian racism a lot of the time, okay?
I don't believe you. I don't believe you for shit, okay? I'm sorry. I do not believe you. I do not believe you.
By all means, if you want to come on and you want to go toe-to-toe on this, I'm
I mean, like, look, yeah, you can, there are plenty of historical, you can read books on ancient India, ancient Indian history, and they will tell you these things. Or,
you know, I could get it done.
women don't go through their live leak phase or whatever you guys do. You guys are fucked up in the head.
I didn't go through a live leak phase. Fuck off. I've never been somebody who just watches gore. I think people who do that are weird and antisocial.
Oh, then you should probably think that a guy who sends me racially targeted gore is weird and antisocial. It is antisocial behavior. Like, even Pisco agreed with me that it's antisocial behavior. Not you admitting you have to hold back the racism. True, Kay. True.
No, I didn't go through a live leak phase where I just watch people getting their heads cut off. That ain't me, bruh. I did that. Least shocking information of 2026 so far. Least shocking information. Yeah. Everybody knew that already. Didn't even need to be said, but thank you. This,
American.
you can't engage in the behavior she's engaged in. Oh, also, this stupid bitch is from, like, the fucking sector blood sports age. And she's going...
Yeah, and none of them sent me fucking gore. None of
Does she not understand that that is, like, an entirely subjective thing? That, like, I'm sure some people would rather be sent a picture of, like, a cut-up cow, right? Than lots of words that can be said to them. Just entirely subjective? That's it? That's all of it?
No,
That's
it's
everything?
not subjective. Again, like, a lot of people... I'm sorry, gore is a line for a lot of people. It just is. And it's not a cut-up cow. We're not talking about slabs of steak here. If it was just images of steak cuts sent to me, I wouldn't be freaking out, okay? It is not subjective. If it were steak cuts, who fucking cares? It's not steak cuts. It was a severed cow head and severed cow legs. It's also about intent. Yeah, the intent was, what was the intent? What's the intent of sending somebody gore? What's the intent?
A totally subjective
Them
standard?
sent me gore. I am from the blood sports, like, space. I have, again, withstood every type of abuse that there is. You do I not just have a line.
get-
I just have a line.
Oh.
I am allowed to be upset about my line. And I'm allowed to, like, look, I'm gonna act, yeah, you send me gore, I'm gonna act like a psycho about it. So. It's meant to cut as deep as possible, that's true. It's meant to evoke a reaction. It's meant to scare you.
I might have...
I'm just fast forwarding.
Right? And again, I get to say this about you. Come on.
Whatever.
Hold
I don't
on.
care.
I have so many fucking tabs open right now. This is not great.
To
Here
claim
we
that
go.
you
Here
were
we go.
progressive and sit in the same space as me and then send me gore that is targeted based on my identity. You do not.
Oh, no, I cut up cow. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so crazy. Hello.
I can't tell if you're being for real Zogunboxed. I have no idea. Oh boy, Straitery is here. I wonder what she's gonna
I'm trying this
say.
against my better judgment.
What? Okay. All right. Dude, I can't get my my Discord
I
to, like,
would
ever work.
love to see this. Straitery, do you have something to say about this? Do you want to talk about what I'm allowed to be offended by and what I'm not allowed to be offended by? You dumb fucking bitch. Biggest backstabber in the space, by the way. Straitery,
I
everybody.
have, like, the custom avatar for you, and I can literally...
I mean, like, great job hurting your BFF. Dumb bitch.
forget this thing to work. I'm gonna fix it, and then if anybody else joins, it's all fucked, so... Hold
Woo.
on. What's up? What's up? How's it going?
Not much.
Not
be up
much.
and, like,
What's
to be up early
What's up? How's it going? Not much. Okay.
tomorrow. This is our mistake to do.
I'm gonna do a... Oh man, they don't have
Does this go
1.75 here.
Yeah, I think this works. Can you talk real quick?
Fucking testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, based. Okay.
I'm traumatized. I watched a video of a cow being killed. Is this a microaggression? Because aren't cows sacred in her culture? Am I wrong about this?
It's not a microaggression. It was gore, right? It's not a video of a cow being killed. It's an image of a severed cow head. But if you can't understand, again, like,
I don't know why I'm even bothering to watch the rest of this, to be honest. Like, what is Straighter Aid going to know about any of this shit? Realistically. Have any of these guys done any reading? Do they know anything? Do they have parents from that country? Yeah, I have parents from that country. I call that a macroaggression. Does it get bigger? And I'm not really sure even what I did to Straighter Aid, but apparently she fucking hates me, so fuck you too, bitch, right? Stabbed your BFF in the back, so...
Yeah, well, that's her whole point, is that it was targeted, like, culturally at her.
Oh.
Right? That is a part of her whole point, is that it was, like, a racist attack, which I don't even deny. And the guy, by the way, the guy apologizes for it. The guy wrote a whole long tweet, and, like...
Yeah, but it wasn't a good apology. It was an apology that was, like... self-pitying. It wasn't about me. It was about him, and about how he debased himself by doing that to me, not about how he was debasing me.
Pisco literally asks her at the end of this, I'll just spoil it because it's probably going to take us a while to get through it, but Pisco literally asks her at the end, he's like, wait, what more did you want in that apology?
And I explained it to him, and he agreed with me. Like, again, this is just dishonest framing, right? He's saying, oh, Pisco says this, ha 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 ha. You're with your fat fucking laugh that also, again, I literally get, I feel my arteries clogging. Yeah, it's just dishonest framing, literally. J-Stock, my God. Pisco, literally is like, he says, yeah, what more did you want from this? I explained to him, I would have liked him acknowledging what he did, how he harmed other people, how other people are going to see this, how it wasn't just debasing for him, but it was demeaning to me, right? And Pisco agreed with me. It's not really a win for you, J-Stock. Just dishonest framing.
Oh, this is all, like, this, do you see these people here? This had to do with Pisco in that, like, Stardust came on with a PowerPoint showing this Substance guy's tweet where he was, like, mad at her and replied with a dead cow after she said, oh, I guess I hurt your feelings. And she's arguing to Pisco. She went on Pisco's, like, Wick panel and argued to Pisco that she should time this guy out for a week. Or sorry, that Pisco should time this guy out for a week from his Discord. That's what she decided was a good use of her time.
I said specifically that a ban for a week at least until he comes up with a better apology. So... I wasn't really expecting him to do anything, though. Just because Muslims can eat beef, well, in India doesn't mean that they do. And in fact, they can't, right? Actually, if you look at the map of where it is legal and where it is illegal to eat beef, there's a map for this, map of where it is legal to eat beef in India. So technically, religiously, they can, but do they? In India? No, they do not. Let's see here. That's not the point, right? Indian Muslims can eat beef, but religiously they can. But let's take a look at this map here, right? Draconian ban and no ban, right? The vast majority of India has bans on beef. This is all draconian ban here for black, right? And then ban with condition on the rest of it. The only part that says no ban, states where there is no ban on slaughter, are these parts right here, right? So the vast majority of this, right? There's this bright red here, says ban with condition. Draconian ban.
There's very little parts of India that have no ban. So, do I need to break this down more? Right? We can see the difference here, right? Basically, the only parts here are like this part here, right? That is no ban. So the vast majority of India, there are bans on eating cow. Vast majority. And even then, in general, like Muslims in India don't eat cow. They just don't. I mean, come on, bro. I have family from there. My parents were from there. It's not about the religious either. It's again, like, Indian Muslims still have respect for the cow. Like, when I was in India, we never ate beef, ever. They cannot eat beef. Like, quite literally, there are rules against it. It doesn't matter what your religions are, what your religion is. There are bans in most of India, the vast majority of India, against eating it. So. Okay, this person is spamming my chat. Bro, do not spam my chat. You're arguing people who live in a section of the country that are allowed to eat beef do in fact eat beef. Yeah, again, I don't think this ghoul person is looking at this map very closely. Ban with condition, draconian ban, and then no ban. What's the part that's no ban? What's the part that's no ban here? This part here, this tiny part here. Like, this tiny part here, right? My goodness. And like, literally, Indian Muslims don't really eat beef. Like, they don't en masse. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. Ghoul is Japanese, so he can't read English too good. Is that real? I don't even know. But yeah, again, it's like literally, this is it. I mean, there are other places you can technically eat beef, but still vast majority of people, I don't think, eat them. So. Slaughter for all cow genus allowed, but on condition, requires fit for slaughter certificate, showing animals are above the age 14, 10 in Kerala, 12 in Karnataka, 15 in Bihar. Unfit for work, breeding, permanently incapacitated. So they have to be unfit for work, unfit for breeding, and permanently incapacitated. In Kerala, it's a Panchayat Act, and in Bihar, export is not allowed. So it's ban for the most part in every place in India. And the places where it's banned with condition, again, literally the cow has to be like dying already. So, you know, it is basically a ban.
Could you imagine?
And again, people
Hutch
still
is
get
bad,
lynched
focusing on
in
Hassan
those
for hours a day.
areas. People still get lynched in those areas under suspicion of having killed a cow that did not meet those conditions. So. Above 14, above the age of 14 years. So.
Imagine wasting your time with this.
Influencer is doing a lot of work there. Who is being influenced by Stardust to do anything?
I don't know.
I don't
That's
even
a
think
great
she
question.
can influence anybody to
mean,
pay her more than a few bucks an hour.
Ma'am, you have
no.
been
Like, same,
influenced.
same.
You've been influenced to. I'm sorry, you dumb bitch. You have been influenced to jump onto a stream by me that you weren't going to jump onto. So maybe shut your fucking mouth. You know. You can't kill cows, so they have to be dying. It's not complicated.
I just love, oh, she's a third worldist communist? She's a third worldist Maoist? I love that. I love that. So she should totally, like, take my, like, opinion on this, like, seriously, right? Whether or not Muslims are in India are allowed to eat beef is besides the point. Well, they're literally not. It's like literally the cow has to be dying, basically. They have to be unfit for breeding, unfit for what is it? They have to be unfit for work, unfit for breeding, and permanently incapacitated to be killed in the sections that it can be killed in, with the exception of the very, very tiny red part. I'm sorry, most people are just not eating beef. Indian Muslims are not eating beef en masse in India. They're just not. And again, like, Indian Muslims in general still find the cow to be pretty holy. You know, there are legal consequences to breaking these laws that are pretty fucking insane, you know? Some places you can get up to 10 years for slaughtering a cow. I have no idea what the argument is, to be honest. No pork, no beef, hence why there's so many goat herders, yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what to say. Like, the cow literally has to be dying for you to be able to kill it. So. I believe you, Lamau, finished reading the chats. Okay, so I guess what I'll say is, like, I just think it's interesting that I gave, like, a whole history of how there are, like, literal religious holy sites in India. They're both holy to both Muslims and the Hindus. And I've got a bunch of people coming in here saying Indian Muslims can eat beef. They can in some very small sections of India, but they're probably not going to because, again, the cow has to literally be incapacitated and dying for you to kill it. They're probably not doing it. Indians are majority vegetarian. They are. Do Indians eat pork or are they like Jews? They don't. I don't know if Indian Hindus eat pork, but I know that Indian Muslims don't, so.
Same girl, same, okay? But, like, I barely started streaming. I feel like she's been at it for, like, 6 years.
Hold on,
I mean, I took a pretty long break, so I think I've had a pretty rough year.
Dear Pisco, please, presentation. Stardust, Dear Pisco, please, presentation. January 2026. Okay? First slide, significance. The cow. Most people recognize the cow as being sacred in Hinduism. But beyond that, the respect for cows is a foundational pillar of Indian cultural identity. This is part of our psyche. She did this she went on a WIC panel to publicly do this.
I did.
The cow.
You wish you could make PowerPoints, okay, as good as me, all right? You wish you could put this together in 10 minutes, all right? Again, like, people are, man, I love that people are, like, lecturing me on my own religion. Like, as if for thousands of years, these religions, like, these groups of people weren't mixing together. Again, the Mughals in India, the rulers, the Muslim rulers who came to India and ruled India, had Hindu gurus. The average person in Mughal times, like, was, you know, not super educated, and there was a lot of interreligious mixing. People would go to each other's, you know, temples and mosques. You know, there's a lot of mixing. In recent history, it's become more, you know, segregated. But, like, yeah, and again, Indian Muslims have a lot of Hindu influences on them as well, so. He spelled all of this out to him, and he's still droning on about how you're not Hindu. I don't know.
Oh, pictures of Indians loving cows. They love cows. Are you getting it? That Indians love cows? Do you understand? Do you see? Indians love cows? Do you see?
I think this is just
that, like, people And it's like, oh, didn't that?
Because there's literally
It's not
no
a
social
good-
benefit to like cucking out to Stardust and apologizing over a fucking microaggression.
Yeah.
It's not a microaggression. It was literally a severed cow head. Yeah,
Well, it's
literally.
probably a little more than a microaggression.
severed
I do
cow
believe
head.
that, like, I would give Stardust this little bit that he was probably aware that she's been on her anti-Indian hate kick, and he probably did something that was like intentionally could be construed as Indian hate to fuck with her.
Again, but even when I talk about anti-Indian hate, it's literally about like the growth of it on social media platforms. It's not even about me, right? I haven't been talking about it in reference to me. I've been talking about it in reference to like just the growth of it on social media platforms. This is haram. I mean, again, Indian Muslims are generally pretty different from like Muslims in other, like every Muslim in every country is going to have their own things, right? So he's genuinely developmentally disabled. No meme. You spelled it out and he can't process it. I was making a point about how the guy you're talking about probably assumed you're Hindu or of a Hindu origin anyway and was trying to intimidate or provoke a reaction out of you. I'm a regular viewer, not trying to argue. No, I agree with you, Acid Lib. The guy who sent it was, it doesn't matter what my religion is. The guy who sent it knew one thing about me. He knew that I was Indian and he thought about cows and he sent me a severed cow head. That's it. That's all he thought about. But these guys are trying to say that I shouldn't be offended by it. And I was offended by it. And I was scared by it, right? The point of sending somebody gore is to scare them and intimidate them. And guess what? You won. You scared me. So I'm going to put you on blast publicly and get your streamer daddy to say that it was wrong. So, yeah. I don't think it's that complicated. You knew what you were doing. And you can't claim that you aren't racist against Indian people, that it's only about me when I see that you've been replying to people's tweets with pictures of Indian people, you know? You can't eat beef. It just can't be a cow in majority regions. Yeah, it can be a male cow or a male, yeah, bull basically. But yeah, still, you know, it's like, it's still like, I still think my point stands, right? Pork and cow are rare, yeah. And again, like, yeah, you know, I don't know. Bulls don't provide milk, right? Cows provide milk. Cows provide labor, you know? So. But again, it wasn't a bull that was sent to me, it was a cow. It would, if it were, again, like cuts of meat, cuts of steak, we'd be having a different conversation. I wouldn't care. But it was a severed head, a severed cow head. And yeah, I didn't like it. It was scary. It scared me. It was meant to get a reaction out of me. It was meant to demean me. So, yeah. But I think I'm kind of getting exhausted at this point. I'm not really sure that I want to listen to Erin talk.
She's being a bitch.
What's her anti-Indian hate kick? Is she getting off the internet?
Oh, she's spending.
That would decrease the amount of Indian hate on the internet if she left.
I don't know. Like, what did I do to you, Erin? What did I do? I mean, look, I don't think Nicandros is like masquerading as a progressive, right? There's a difference there. I think I'm entitled to like call it out when it's a progressive doing it. So you're not Marxist enough? Oh, maybe. But yeah, it was upsetting to me. It was scary to me. So, but I think I've explained myself enough at this point. I don't think that it's worth it for me to go further with this. But if you guys like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. This is my new live channel, by the way, if you were not aware. So you should subscribe here. I am working on a couple of video essays. We'll see how it goes. So, yeah. But I hope you guys had fun tonight. I had a lot of fun. I liked tearing into J-Stock. And he can suck my fat fucking cock, okay? I'm sorry my balls are bigger than you, you stupid, tiny baby bitch. Yeah. Chat, how are we doing? Oh my god, look at this cute kitten. Oh my god. Will you do an essay on J-Stock? No, he is not worth it for me. Definitely not worth it for me. No, not worth it for me. I had fun. I learned a lot from this. Wrath Dust is always a fun watch. Well, thank you. Look at this cat. It's so cute. Oh my god, look at the baby. Oh my god, I love it. It's so cute. Hi, ZJM. Thank you for the subscribe. Very cute, very small. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for the follows. Very much appreciate it. Anything else, chat? I had other things on my docket that I wanted to, like, maybe go over, but, I am just too tired at this point in the night. How long have I been streaming for? 3 hours and 52 minutes. That's not too bad, actually. I plan on going live every Monday. So I'll be going live every Monday. And I plan on maybe doing a segment, as well, where I do, like, a Candace Owen-esque monologue that's a little bit unhinged. I would like to do that. I'm still kind of working out what Mondays are going to look like, but this was fun. Obviously, if there's drama to respond to, I'll respond to it. But yeah, Mondays are my streaming days. All other days are my editing days. And then I plan on putting out more Instagram reels. That will be fun. I'm trying to figure out how to do that, though. I don't know. I would like to make more, like, Instagram native content. I just don't know where to start with it. You know what I mean? So, hell yeah, schizo monologues. Yeah. Yeah, I want to do schizo monologues. I think it would be fun. Have you seen Willie Mac's videos on her? I haven't. Don't leave us with the PDF? What PDF? Where am I even gonna raid to? I don't even know. I had so much fun today. Thank you guys for being here. Do I make sense to you guys? Like, I feel like it's not that hard. It's not that hard to understand. It's not that hard to understand. Like, why gore would be upsetting to me. If you're sending me cuts of steak, I'm not going to be upset at you. I'm not going to be offended. But sending me a severed cow head, yeah. I'm going to take that as, like, I don't know. You're desecrating a symbol of my culture, and you did it because you know I'm Indian, and you don't really care about my identity, and you think that I am so low that you are entitled to do that. And I don't think that's nice. I don't think that's a good thing. So. No, they're not under my skin. This was fun. It's very late for me, though, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Y'all be easy. I'll be around. Sorry. Nice to see you, Jekyll's TV. Nice to meet you. I know I met you on Twitter at some point. Yeah, you make sense. They simply cannot be comfortable around women. Yeah, it's valid. Okay, cool. Cool. Now I 85% get what happened. I think you're 100% right. I think culturally for them, they just don't get proper decorum. Yeah, I mean, even at the end of the day, even if you don't get the cow thing, it's just not what you do. This is antisocial behavior to send people violent images and stuff, you know? I don't know. I'm gonna probably raid, into Lo-Fi Girl. I feel like Lo-Fi Girl is a good one to raid into. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. There's probably, what is this one? Oh no, that's scheduled. What's the lo-fi? Wait, let me see. Oh my god, Animal Crossing music. I'm gonna raid you guys into Animal Crossing music. It's so cozy. Hello, SFO. How's it going? Okay, I think I'm gonna raid into that. All right, bye guys. Enjoy the Animal Crossing cafe music. Bye.